Hey there.
It's Ryan.
Can you believe it's Thursday?
It's like fourth Thursday.
This is the longest week of the year.
For sure.
And it's not just because of the remote yesterday, which was awesome. And I think we're all kind of coming off of the high of a great day yesterday. But we were saying.
Do we have a show sheet?
No, I have not printed it.
So you don't know what's on the show today, do you?
I'm going to wing it.
Do you know?
It's Thursday, so Tyrus.
Confirmed.
Tyrus.
At what time?
At 1:05.
05.
Let's see. Who else? I'm going to guess that there are at least one or two other guests.
One other guest.
One other guest. At
Also Thursday.
12:25.
Mm-hmm. Only weekly Thursday or only weekly 12:25 guest we have.
Is it Jim Carafano?
No, he's on Tuesdays.
Mm.
Remember, this is fourth Thursday.
It's not Hans.
Jerry.
Is it Hans? It's
Not
Hans.
James.
Huh?
Jerry Sullivan, not James Sullivan.
What are we talking about?
Names
We're
that we
live.
think sound
Oh,
neat.
we're live.
Yeah.
I don't have
Hey.
any idea what you're talking about. Our YouTube live chat poll today is: do you or does anybody in your household use TikTok? But apparently, according to Vicky, one of her first comments is that she accidentally reported our poll today. So if we have any trouble with the poll today,
Look at her face.
we're blaming Vicky for it.
Vicky, why'd you report our poll?
It's okay, because Vicky showed up yesterday with a whole lot of kindness and generosity in her heart and in her hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky, and also shame on you, Vicky.
You can't win them all, Vicky, but we appreciate you anyway.
Welcome to fourth Thursday.
Yeah, fourth Thursday. Okay, now we have the show sheet. Although I did a great job of teasing who was coming up.
It's a subjective grading on that.
12:25, Hans will be with us.
Hans.
105,
It's gonna be more than
Tyrus.
this, I assume.
Oh.
This is what I
There's only
didn't. I
three
saw
different
that down there. I wasn't sure.
companies.
Oh.
And those are 7 lives
145,
to report.
Tom
so.
and Mona
I'll try to do those in the.
phone. Ice cream phone.
All
On the
right,
diamond
we're
ring.
not 100% sure
We're not
that
100%
that's
sure they're gonna
Okay.
be able to call.
Um,
It's in
but-
red.
that is in communication right now on the old
Okay.
Samsung.
That's how
You
we do
see,
things.
the red usually means the words of Jesus, so that's how we were interpreting that.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have
sure that-
Jesus writing our show sheet. Just
Thank you for
the next best thing,
compliment.
Brad.
Brad, it feels a little uncomfortable. About that.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you say thank you for that, or?
Yeah, I think you might.
Here's a fact.
I've never been called
10 days
that.
till Christmas.
Woo! Told you it was right around the corner.
Yeah.
10
Tomorrow will
days.
be in a single digit.
Okay.
My
When are
mom's
we gonna
still asking
exchange
me what I
gifts
want
with
for
each other?
Christmas.
Last day we're all here together, probably.
Maybe. Oh, we're supposed to get your gift?
No. You guys do whatever you want. This isn't out about me.
This is
About this season of giving,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Right.
going to be giving. What you guys choose to do is
Have you purchased our gifts yet?
yes,
All of them?
yes, but one of them hasn't come in yet.
Are
But
you?
They are all purchased.
Do you wrap them or do you bag them? And have you?
I haven't decided that yet because I have not done either. I think that it depends on.
He
how
said that like
early-
he was on
Ooh,
PBS.
Annie, I'm gonna have you do
Slim?
a live in 30. Well,
Okay.
20. Not after this one, but after the next one.
Go vote in the YouTube live chat poll. You guys good?
Yeah, where are we at with that live now? About 2015?
Stop. Stay in here and we'll talk about the food drive at the top
Okay.
of the show.
We'll get my.
So go see my friends over at Victory Men's Health. Discreet first-class professionals will help you hit those curves out of the park. VictoryMen'sHealth.com. That's VictoryMen'sHealth.com.
Slim 180 online at myslim180.com. Easy peasy. Just go to myslim180.com and learn about the different types of ways that they can help you with your weight loss. I'm talking to you if you have been putting this off for years. I'm talking to you if you've just recently, maybe you've gone through some stressful situations. Maybe COVID over the couple years has caused you to gain a little bit of weight. Or maybe you just want to drop the weight now and for good. You can go to Slim 180 right now. They have multiple ways for you to save. You need to mention the Annie Frey Show when you reach out to them and get the purchase made right now and then start when you're ready. Like we just heard from Hannah on the pre-show here, 10 days till Christmas. You're probably not going to start a diet right now, but maybe you are. Maybe you're committed. Maybe it's your gift to yourself. Whatever the case may be for you, when you go to Slim 180, you visit them in O'Fallon, Missouri, in Sunset Hills, or in St. Charles. You sit down with them. They counsel you through. They match you with a program that you can use. You save money because you mentioned the Annie Frey Show, and you're on your way to losing weight. Start when you're ready, but get the purchase made right now. I trust Slim 180. You can trust them too. Go to myslim180.com.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what you're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Well, welcome back to the Annie Frey Show, now in our cozy studio, and I laughed out loud, yet to myself, as we shut all of the blinds. The lights are low.
Mm-hmm. We got fire going in here. We don't even have a fireplace.
We are those people. At least Brad and I are, because we're the ones who set the studio. Hannah certainly is as well. Ryan just strolls in when he's comfortable
And starts a fire.
How do you? Yeah, and randomly.
Yeah.
Wow. Yesterday was such a fun but great day for us. We've met so many of you. Brad, I'm going to have you get the online donation up, and you can talk to us about that here in a second. I want to give you a little minute to get that ready. But we went to the Ruler Foods in St. Charles yesterday, and this whole show is not going to be about the food drive, but it would be irresponsible of me to not highlight how amazing you are. And to partner with Ruler Foods and to get so many, we filled all their barrels that they brought, 55-gallon barrels, filled 8 of them. I think they had 8.
Yeah, at the end, I couldn't quite tell because people were coming in so fast toward the end that we were filling carts.
Carts and carts
that
and
were then
carts
just being taken directly to the van.
And people were filling their carts and just leaving their cart right there. And I mean, to the point where at one point I was like, I don't know, like this maybe a disruption for Ruler Foods customers who were there normally. Like, so we were working and we were also doing a radio show.
Yes. Oh, man, there was a lot going on.
And it was fantastic. And, people like D2C and Princess Storm, they both came in, they filled a cart, they left the cart, they hung out with people, they sat and talked with us for a little bit. But it all went to the St. Louis Area Food Bank. And I mean, I am blown away by how many people just walked in and handed us cash.
Me too.
Of varying increments. And, I don't want to overemphasize an amount because somebody might have given us a $20 bill, and that might have been a very sacrificial $20 bill or $5 bill or the $3 that was left over from their purchase, because we had several people who were customers who would walk into Ruler Foods, have no idea what was going on. You go on Wednesday and you shop on Wednesday at Ruler Foods for, I think they have special sales. There was a ham sale, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was.
And you're going on your normal grocery store trip and you walk in the doors and here's a whole radio show, microphone set up, speaker set up, and it's just like, whoa, what's going on here? And they'd find out, and then they'd go through their process of doing their normal grocery shopping. And when they came out, they'd hand us $3. And that was maybe what was left over. They didn't know that that wasn't something that they had planned. They had no idea this was going on. And then we had people over and over and over again handing us $100 bills.
Oh,
it's just wild.
Yes.
Amazingly generous.
It was so cheery, for lack of a better word, too. Everybody was in such a good mood, and part of that's got to be just the spirit of giving and meeting people, and some people who've never met us, we've never met you, so that's always a lot of fun. But it was all happening right there in the lobby, and then people would walk up with a full cart and then just leave. There you go.
Didn't even want their quarter from their cart back.
Yeah.
No,
so especially in that 2:00 hour, because it was just ramping up the whole time, and then complete chaos there for about a half an hour, and it was fun. It was just fun. Everybody was having fun. I hope the people that were trying to just get through the lobby were also having fun, but we certainly were.
That was the fastest show I think we've ever done. It felt like we were there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so overwhelming, but just amazing. We all know I get super emotional with the remotes because...
That's why you're here, because I have no emotions. We need somebody to add some passion and emotion to the overarching emotional realm, and you do that.
Yes, I get super emotional with the remotes because it's just so amazing that not only do our listeners want to give, but they want to meet us. And, you know, sometimes it's hard for us to really express how much you guys mean to us, but you mean everything to us. We wouldn't be here without you. And it's just great to meet and all give together.
Well, and along those lines too, all the compliments that we've received from people like that weren't at the thing. It's like, we saw what you did. We saw how great that was. We couldn't have done any of that without you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, so any compliments that we receive, we immediately know that that's not us. That's you.
Yeah. We're the catalyst to be able to make these things happen. We're blessed to be able to do it. But just yesterday it's a different kind of day. And, I kept looking at the news and I'm like, I don't want to go there. That sucks. I don't want to talk about that on a good day. We're going to get to some of those news stories today. We've got Hans von Spakovsky at 12:25. And I'm going to talk to him about Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and ask him about the legalities around it. Interesting that they charged him right before he was supposed to go testify to Congress. What does that mean? Wiggins America is about St. Louis today, so we're going to get... St. Louis is always making lists, right? Never very flattering.
Not usually, but that's what we'll talk about.
All I know is that today's Wiggins America has to do with St. Louis and the 7 deadly sins. But I digress. I'll let him go into that at 12:45. Wow. And then Tyrus at 1:05 will be on the show as well. So we do have an interesting comment right now on the YouTube live chat. Loving the stream, watching your stream while having some cookies with milk. Hope you're having a good day or night. And I hope you have an amazing Christmas this year. And it is from Santa Claus.
Oh.
Whoa, wait, what?
The man.
Big man.
Yes.
Hey, listen, look, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Well, of course he's watching the Annie Frey show.
Yeah. Wow.
Gosh. There's so many options out there for Santa Claus in the middle of the day.
This is crazy. And what's always surprising to me? That Santa Claus appears and does so many, mall appearances and now in our chat in what is his busiest time of year.
He needs to be here with us.
Thank you, Santa.
Yeah. We should have kids from all over come into the studio and sit on Santa's lap right here during the show.
It always gets weird. Never fails. Even Santa Claus.
Oh.
It's
Nobody,
not
Santa.
Nobody is safe.
Cheery.
That's what we've learned. With the food drive yesterday, we have the opportunity to extend the show's ability to partner with the St. Louis Area Food Bank. So yesterday, towards the end of the show, we posted a way for you to donate. And when Brad was putting this together during the show, he showed it to me, and there were 3 different goals for your fundraiser. So like anybody can create a fundraiser. What are your goals? 500, 1,000, or 1,500? I'm like, well, obviously 1,500.
Okay.
So Brad is monitoring that for us right now. I will tweet it out again here while he kind of gives us the lay of the land, and the link will be tweeted. And there is no donation that is too small to help the St. Louis Area Food Bank. Brad, what can you tell us about the donation process and where we are on that?
So we set our goal at $1,500, and right now we're sitting at 106% of our goal, which is $1,600.
We got a $500 donation from the Diamond Shop.
Yep.
And we're going to talk to them a little bit about that donation and about an event that they have tonight that's going to help backstoppers.
Right. And just because we've, quote unquote, reached our goal doesn't mean that we can't
That was the biggest goal.
Right. It was the biggest one they had. They said, I think the word they used was ambitious.
Yeah.
Ambitious. Can't say it. Ryan, say it.
Really weird.
Ambitious.
Ambitious. See?
Yeah, I can
You
say
did it, right?
ambitious.
I'm going to mess you guys all up.
He's going to mess you up.
Yeah. It's all jokes. And then we walk out of the studio and he just clocks me in
The
the
problem
face.
is that I want to see it. You guys go. I'm not
I kinda wanna
stopping
see
this.
it myself.
Hey,
Just want to
fundraising.
know
I
what
mean,
that looks like.
fundraising, knocking Ryan out and fighting.
Yeah.
Wonder what we could raise with like a boxing match between me and Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
No,
mean,
just-
I donate.
Just you sucker punching me. Just randomly in the office
Is that what
sometime
it's
in
gonna end up
June.
being?
Like I'm not expecting it at all. Whack. Okay, somebody just raised $2,000.
I get $1,000 per punch, Ryan. It's for a good cause.
Let's raise the price a little bit.
But yeah, we're sitting at $1,600, and just because we've already met our goal, it doesn't mean that you can't keep donating and you can't keep, everything that we raise here is going directly to the St. Louis area food banks. So, if you wanted to donate and you didn't get a chance, Annie has tweeted that. I'm sure we can retweet it.
I retweeted my original tweet right now.
So she retweeted her original tweet. You can follow her online on Twitter at Annie Frey Show. It's also on her Facebook page.
Facebook page.
Our Facebook, the show Facebook page. So you can find it there, and just find us online. Find that link, and then go donate if you feel like you are being led to donate.
I think it's important to understand that in the show yesterday, if you missed it, that all of a sudden people started walking in and handing us cash, and this started happening before the show even began, and we were like, "What do we do with this? Like, we can't."
We didn't have any expectation for that to happen.
We also don't have we didn't have a process in place to accept cash from people. Like, scary. And these guys can all they can all witness to the fact that I was like, "Don't touch the money."
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
freaking out.
I'll put it in just this pocket so I know. No.
Everybody
Let's
was
just
like,
keep it
"No!"
right there on the table under a mic stand so we all can see it. Doesn't have to be blown away. or
Nobody
anything.
pocket the
Right
money.
there.
And he was like, take a picture of it.
Yes. I want to make sure that there's nobody here that I would ever consider would do anything with it, but there are people who would accuse you.
Just
of
visibility
Yes.
and transparency.
Yeah.
And and at first it was like $5. We're like, we want to make sure $5 bills.
$1 bills.
Yeah. And so we said, well, let's just put this here because if a couple people do that, we want to make sure we had no idea, and I don't want to give away the total if you're building to that, but it ended up being
You can. I don't.
a little more than we expected.
Over $2,000
Over $2,000
in cash only.
Just walking up and giving.
Yeah, there was cash, the online donations. Someone needs to calculate the total.
They are. Quick Rick from our YouTube came in and made 4 checks out because we started the show with a bucket in front of all 4 of us, and we're like, "Come vote for your favorite cast member. Put your donations in the bucket." Well, those buckets all got filled up, and then the next buckets got filled up, and then the carts got filled up. But he came in and he laid a check on top of each bucket, and each check was $125. And he came in, and then he left
Quickly.
Quick Rick. So I mean, and like we're putting your faces at least with your online names. Maybe your name is George. I don't know, but you're Quick Rick to us, and we're grateful for you. But as we were accepting this cash, and people are walking in the middle of our broadcasting of the show, we're getting this money piled up, and I said to Ryan, I go, "You're going to do a supermarket sweep with this money," and your face just lit up like I've never seen it light up before.
It's a dream. Who hasn't dreamed about running through the aisles and throwing things in the cart?
I cannot
fast as possible.
Wait to rewatch our live stream from yesterday of Ryan doing the supermarket sweep. But our digital master,
Is she
Anna,
doing stuff with it?
She took a separate video of the supermarket sweep. I cannot wait to see that. I hope the video that I did on the live stream was good. I was laughing so hard that I felt like I was shaking because
it was hilarious.
I could not stop laughing. It was so funny.
It was really exciting, but then you realize pretty quickly that what happens on TV on Supermarket Sweep isn't real life.
It's highly edited.
You can't actually just clothesline an aisle and have it all fall into your cart. It is not going to happen. And I was trying to be very smart with the money that was donated. So I wasn't just going to run and throw everything down into the cart. I was going to pick things, first of all. And second, if you do that, stuff doesn't make it into the cart.
And then you break
it.
things.
Falls all over the place, and then you're just wasting
things.
money.
Yeah, we sent Jordan from the St. Louis Area Food Bank out to supervise/coach Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys were throwing paper towels to each other
those looked like paper towels. Those were actually canisters of oats.
Oh, okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
Who were we talking to at that time?
D?
Yeah, we were talking to D to the C was there.
Here's the point. I don't know who we were talking to because I was watching the live stream laughing hard. Brad and I were sitting next to each other and we were laughing, and then our boss Steve could see that we're laughing, and he comes over and he does his little side look, and it was just so funny. Yeah. So you can go watch yesterday's YouTube live chat, and it was at 2:00. I think is when you did it. It was the top of the 2:00 hour.
Yeah, it was right after, so it was like 2:10, maybe 2:15.
So ridiculous. And I mean, you filled up 2 carts like heaping carts.
Well, we had
and
one of
the
those
gallon.
huge barrels that we were wheeling around behind me, and then one cart that was overflowing.
Keeping.
So that would have really,
Yeah.
if I was being smart about it, that would have been 2 carts, but we were just trying to
At
go.
least.
Yeah.
It's important to say that whenever we say a bucket or whatever, it's a 55-gallon
Barrel.
It's a huge barrel bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you went through and you did all this and you were fulfilling a life goal of
Your
supermarket
face was
sweep.
priceless.
And I think you had $1,800 that you could spend.
At the time.
And you filled up all of those things and you went and checked out and it was $660.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's how awesome this was. The amount of food that we were able to provide at the end with everything that we had left over, cash-wise, instead of buying Ruler Foods out in that moment for the customers, especially that were still coming in, we bought Ruler Foods gift cards with the rest of it. And the food bank is going to go assess what we have, assess what they need, and then go back to Ruler Foods and get the rest of what they need. And it's such a smart place to shop because when you go to Ruler Foods, your dollar goes farther, which is important. Further, Dad, if you're listening, man, get him out of my head, dude. Further. Farther is physical distance. Do you know this?
I don't know.
You should. You're an author.
I get an editor, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough. The Life of Human is one of Ryan's favorite things, not mine.
I threw that in the cart yesterday just in case somebody wanted to check that out.
I know you're hungry, but try reading this.
Yeah.
Give me
This
a
will
break.
satisfy your soul.
Oh,
So it's great with a
one
little
of
mustard.
those books. Exactly. So let's take a quick break. If you want to donate right now, Brad, you said my Twitter, of course, and we'll all tweet it out.
Yep.
Brad, your Twitter handle?
At Range Brad.
Ryan?
At Radio Wiggins.
Miss Gibbs?
At one Hannah
Oh,
Gibbs.
great. Here we
Hannah
go.
Gibbs.
I made it when I joined the show. I'm still learning.
I know. And at Annie Frey Show, go donate $5. Doesn't have to be a big production. Donate $5. You know what? You can leave a comment. And Brad, if you don't mind, let's go through each segment today and do a few shout outs for people who go donate.
I don't mind at all. Let's do that.
All right. Take a quick break right now. Put your feet up. Take a load off. Hans von Spakovsky is going to talk to us about FTX and SBF HGQ XYZ when we come back. Don't go away.
Burning your ticket for that long black train.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
Lord, I say.
Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Cling to the Father and His holy name, and don't go riding on that long black train.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Clearly, one of my favorite things this holiday season, but truly 12 months of the year, is Water Sweets Soap Company, SWEETS, Water Sweets Soap Company. You can go to watersweetsoap.com, use promo code Annie, save 10% on your order right now. They have amazing products that are made right here on the Illinois side of the river in Highland. It's pretty great. And the idea that you can buy these natural, products, they're made in their own micro factory. They are family owned and operated. They have a brand new location in O'Fallon, Illinois. You can shop at the store in Edwardsville as well, which is where I go to Water Sweets, and shop many of their products. They only use rich oils like olive, coconut, avocado, and more. And you can see what goes into their products. They're incredibly proud of what they put into their goods, and they make them just for you. So if you are somebody who is interested in shopping for a loved one, or if you want a type of body product that is for you, that is top of the line, that is something you're going to enjoy every time you step into the shower, sit in the bathtub, it's at Water Sweet Soap Company. Go to watersweetsoap.com, put in promo code Annie, save 10%.
A powerful threat calls for a greater response.
When there's a battle, bring strength.
When there's a problem, seek answers.
When there is doubt, give hope.
Not tomorrow.
Not in a few years.
But right now.
Some battles must be faced together. Cancer fighters stand up to cancer every day. And you can be part of this battle too.
Visit standuptocancer.org/American Airlines to learn more.
Together, we can save lives.
Hey, this is Brian Kilmeade. If you're wondering if America has ever been here before, get my book, The President and Freedom Fighter. It's about the heroes that rise up in our darkest times. Go to 971talk.com, 971talk.com to order a copy for Christmas.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
We look at year over year, up 7.1, 0.2 cooler than 7.3, 0.6 cooler than the rear view mirror at 7.7, and it's a full 2% under 9.1. That was in June. That was a 1981 comp. And finally, in my opinion, the area you're supposed to pay the most attention to, CPI X food and energy core, year over year, up 6%, expected to be up 6.1, rear view mirror 6.3, and prior to that was the 40-year high at 6.6 in September.
So we're watching as these economy numbers come piling in. A lot of people are looking at their own personal circumstances, and they're trying to figure out, where are we going? What is the future of my personal economic situation? And in the midst of all of this, if you've been making investments, if you've been dabbling in cryptocurrency, we did a poll a couple days ago about that. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about Sam Bankman-Fried, but when I see the connection that his corrupt business practices have with politics, all of a sudden I start to lean into it a little bit here.
Will the president return that donation? Does he call on all politicians who got campaign donations that may have come from customer money to return those funds?
So look, I'm covered here by the Hatch Act, limited on what I can say, and anything that's connected to political contributions from here, I would have to refer you to the DNC.
We the people of the United States,
More perfect.
in order to form of our perfect union,
Heritage legal expert Hans von Spakovsky.
Well, we always love talking to Hans, especially about the things that we wonder about but have no idea about, and that's where the senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation comes in. Hans, welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Good to have you here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I hear Corinne Jean-Pierre saying, I can't talk about Sam Bankman-Fried or FTX. Hatch Act, can't talk about it here. What is she talking about?
You know, I don't understand why she can't talk about it. Look, Sam Bankman-Fried is probably the con artist extraordinaire of the last 100 years. He convinced people to take real money and invest it in cryptocurrency, which is the equivalent of monopoly money. It has no backing. We may often criticize the U.S. government, but it backs up the U.S. dollar. It's not going to disappear overnight, which is exactly what happened with his company, FTX. And he went from being a multi-billionaire to being worthless. And that is the whole problem with cryptocurrency. He's now been arrested, as you know. He's been charged with wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering. But as you say, the most interesting thing about it is the huge amounts of real money, not cryptocurrency, real money that he made in political donations. In 2020, he was the second largest individual donor.
That's wild.
To Joe Biden, behind just Michael Bloomberg. And in this election cycle, 2022, he gave almost $40 million to Democrats running for election. He was the second biggest contributor again in this cycle. So a lot of money that went into political donations.
Hans, this is Ryan Wiggins. I wanted to stick around and ask you a question about this because it's something that I really don't know who else would be qualified to answer the question other than you. But is this the way the justice has played out for Sam Bankman-Fried? It seems very fast compared to other things that we've watched over the last few years work very slowly. This seems to have happened very fast where he's been, he's guilty. He's sitting in prison right now. Is there a strategy to moving quickly on him, maybe before a Republican House gets in there? Is that what's going on here?
Well, I'll tell you something that is very bizarre that lends credence to what you were talking about. This indictment of him came out, and he was arrested only one day before he was supposed to be questioned by the House Financial Services Committee. And there's a lot of legislators who are upset about that. And I can't understand why the Justice Department could not have arrested him the day after he gave his sworn testimony, because that sworn testimony that he gave that committee could have potentially been useful in the criminal indictment, particularly if it turned out he committed perjury by lying to Congress. Yet they arrest him the day before so that he doesn't get to testify. And I have to wonder, was this because the Biden administration didn't want Republican members of the House asking questions about all of the donations that Bankman-Fried made not only to Biden, but to two big super PACs that also supported Biden in the 2020 election?
We're speaking with senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, Hans von Spakovsky. I know very little about FTX. I had never heard of Sam Bankman-Fried before this whole controversy broke out. But knowing that so much of this money that is now gone, that it was money that belonged to other people, it's now gone, went to political causes, and having seen the tapes rolled of him talking about how he's vegan because he cares about animals and he cares about climate change and we need to be prepared for the next pandemic, like the epicenter of super leftist progressive policies, it looks incredibly unethical for sure. But I'm curious about your understanding as a lawyer who's very well versed in the Constitution about what kind of recourse or charges that will be made on behalf of the political angle of this. It sure looks like money laundering.
Well, he's been charged with money laundering, but unfortunately, the money has all disappeared, and the chances of investors ever getting even a fraction of the money they invested back is pretty much nil. By the way, he was on his being so altruistic, right, and so in favor of all these progressive liberal things. He actually was recently quoted as saying that his altruistic appearance was not sincere. He said it was just a dumb game that he played in order to make everyone like us. So that was an assumed role by him, and he doesn't seem to have had any real feelings behind it. He certainly had no real feelings for all the people who have lost money by investing in his cryptocurrency exchange market that he set up, and that's what FTX was.
Do you think that the political angle, the political factors of FTX and of Sam Bankman-Fried, was that secondary to the original purpose that he served, or is it possible that the political benefactors were the purpose that FTX served?
Oh, I think the political stuff was secondary. I think he came up with this scheme to make huge amounts of money. And keep in mind that the civil complaint, for example, that the SEC has filed against him said that he diverted money for lavish real estate purchases. So he was doing this to benefit himself and his family. But I think he also saw once he had all these huge amounts of money, he started making political donations because he's obviously a big supporter of Democrats and liberal causes, but also because I'm assuming that he hoped he could then actively lobby, for example, members of Congress to put in rules and regulations that would be favorable to what the business he was in and the whole cryptocurrency market idea.
Hans, there's a clip out there right now of somebody asking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez that should Democrats have to give back this money? What is the legality of that? And then also, what is the likelihood of that?
They're under no legal obligation to give that money back. And what's the likelihood of them doing that? I have a hard time believing, for example, that any of the Democrats who received part of the $40 million he contributed in this election cycle are going to give any of that back.
So going forward, in your opinion, and I don't know how much you know about or are involved with any type of cryptocurrency, is this FTX specific? Is this Sam Bankman-Fried specific? Or is this a cryptocurrency problem that might occur with other companies that were not paid attention to? I mean, when you look at the amount of incompetence, at least that the new CEO that stepped in, that he testified with, he's like mind blown by how amateur the entire practice was. Is this something that other people in crypto need to be paying attention to, do you think?
Yes. The answer is yes. I think anybody who takes a dime of real currency, real money, U.S. dollars, and uses it to buy cryptocurrency is fulfilling the statement that P.T. Barnum once made, that there's a sucker born every minute. Because look, it's like buying monopoly money. It's only worth anything as long as people believe it's worth something, and as soon as that belief disappears, the value completely goes down to zero, which is what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried. Because again, there's nothing standing behind it like there is with government-issued currency.
Hans, before we let you go, it was pointed out to us that Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX did donate to both political parties. Is this a partisan issue, or is it issue-based where the donations were going? What do you make of the fact that there were a few Republicans who were the benefactors of this as well?
There were he did make Republican contributions, but they were a tiny fraction of the amount that he gave to Democrats. And I think the money he was giving to Republicans was to support the lobbying efforts he was going to make in Congress. The huge amount that he gave to Democrats, I think, showed where his political progressive beliefs led him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hans, we love speaking with you. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas season with your family and with those who you care about. And we're always grateful for your time here on our show.
Thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hans von Spakovsky, Senior Legal Fellow at the Heritage Foundation and the former FEC Commissioner, Department of Justice lawyer, and author, Our Broken Elections, How the Left Changed the Way You Vote. Go get on Amazon and give the gift that keeps on giving. The knowledge of the election process.
Hans von Spakovsky.
Yes. I know a lot of people in my life who would love that book. So maybe I should get that for them. So St. Louis and the 7 Deadly Sins?
That's coming up next.
Is it?
On Wiggins America.
Uh-huh.
7 Deadly Sins and how we rank with them. And I want to know what you guys think as St. Louis lifelong residents, whether you think that this is accurate or it's off.
What's your favorite deadly sin?
I love greed.
Such confidence. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter @AnnieFreyShow.
Our $200 Christmas gift card offer has been extended through year's end at all Dave Munganast family of dealerships pre-owned locations. Hi, this is Jessica Munganast. Christmas is an important holiday in our family, and that's why we are celebrating by rewarding you with a $200 gift card with the purchase of any of our 300 pre-owned vehicles in stock. Come see the Munganast difference today or shop us 24/7 at davemunganast.com since 1965.
IGotFloored.com, the website that you can go visit right now on your lunch break. Just go bebop around the website and see the different products that they have before you go visit them at one of their stores. Michael's Flooring Outlet has been serving the St. Louis area for almost 3 decades now, and the only way that you get to stay in business as a locally owned family business for that amount of time is if you're doing it the right way. It starts with an amazing family who runs Michael's Flooring Outlet, Michael's family, of course. And then you have to add in a few things. Great quality products and a customer service sales staff that's going to find you the value, match your budget so that you can get the project done the way you want it to. People return to Michael's Flooring Outlet because they understand all of those things come together perfectly at Michael's. If you are looking for a Christmas gift for you and your significant other, you're buying yourself flooring for Christmas this year, totally do that type of stuff with my husband. We buy big purchases or upgrades and say, yep, high five, Christmas gift, enjoy. And you get new floors. Michael's Flooring Outlet is waiting for your business. You can go online to IGotFloored.com.
The federal government is hiring 87,000 new IRS employees and enforcement agents. Make no mistake, with spending out of control, they're looking to collect revenue. The first target will be you. If you have not paid your taxes or filed them in years, let me help you get that target off your back. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm here in St. Louis. So if you have unfiled returns, wage levies, bank levies, or tax liens, now's the time to call the Lance Drury Law Firm before the IRS calls you. Your consultation is free, so don't put it off. The Lance Drury Law Firm focuses solely on tax resolution law. It's all we do. And if you have IRS problems, you have legal problems. Let us use our tax law resolution experience to guide you and work on your custom resolution plan. Call now. It's free and confidential. Call me, Lance Drury, at 314-260-6120 or go to LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Need a break from the sound bites and the talking heads? Do you want information you can actually use? Information that'll change your life for the better? Then listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
Surprise!
Surprise!
You know, surprise parties, they can be fun, right? Well, financial surprises, not so much, especially when you're retired, like finding out you owe more in taxes than you thought you would, or having to go back to work to make ends meet. Maybe you think you'll be okay, but why not double check just to be sure? Call Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions and schedule a retirement double check. Marvin and his team have been helping families plan for retirement for more than 15 years. Call 314-373-1598 to schedule your retirement double check with Marvin Mitchell at Compass Retirement Solutions. That's 314-373-1598. Don't let a financial surprise derail your retirement dreams. Give Marvin and the team a call, 314-373-1598. Firm offers insurance services, investments, and services offered through Compass Retirement Group, a registered investment advisory in Missouri and in Illinois.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling and Insulation Studio. Save up to $900 in utility rebates and see if you qualify for 0% financing on a new high-efficiency HVAC system. For details and to get into your comfort zone, visit aircomfortservice.com.
Celebrating 22 years as St. Louis's home for conservative talk. 97.1 FM Talk. Thanks for being a part of it.
Whistle while you work.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Real quick before we get to Wiggins America, Brad, tell folks how if they weren't able to participate yesterday in the food drive, there's still an opportunity. We're going to do this through next Thursday, I think, and we have really high expectations. because
so
Ryan demands it.
Yeah. So if you want to donate, you can go to
Talk faster.
Our Twitter or
Taking
our
his time.
Yeah, no.
Be thorough.
Keep interrupting me, Ryan. That'll get me to go faster.
High demands.
Snap at Brad. That's the number one way to make him go faster.
I'm just going to turn my back to you now and look at my computer screen so I can't see
I need you to count to the number of donations that we have. Start with 1.
1, 2. No, if you want to be part of the Annie Frey Show food drive and you weren't able to make it out yesterday, we still have the virtual food drive going. We've tweeted out a link. I've retweeted it. Ryan, I'm assuming you've retweeted it. He's doing it as we speak.
Stall. Move those thumbs.
If you follow any of us on Twitter at Range Brad, at Radio Wiggins, or at Annie Frey Show, you can find it there. If
He's
you're not on
quote tweet it and say hostage tweeting.
Yeah. If you're not on Twitter, that's fine. Annie has shared that to the Annie Frey Show Facebook page. So facebook.com/Annie Frey Show. Find it there, and you can donate there and be part of this show. And that's kind of where we're at with that. We've got, I don't know, several donations.
I am going to retweet this, and I mean every word of it because I have Stockholm Syndrome.
Wiggins! Oh! Wiggins!
That how you, on your resume for your next job, you
it's just
put
all
your
gonna
qualifications for this one? Master Stockholm Syndrome.
It's just going to be all the positive attributes of you for my next job interview.
Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. Do you have your resume? Is it tidy?
You know what? It probably should be a little tidier.
Oh. If you're in media and radio, that's just the case.
I should probably update that. Here is a list that I thought you would find interesting. It is the most sinful cities in America. They ranked 182 cities.
Hamel, Illinois.
Yep, got it.
There are 850 people right now going, what?
Yeah, well, they're all hopped up.
Not
Sex,
hardly.
drugs, and rock and roll.
Hamel. Hamel is it's like Pleasantville, if you've never been there. I wouldn't make it a destination, though, because that's how Hamel likes it.
Hamel comes in, let me see on the list here, 182,000. They come on. they did not make the list. Top 182. But you want to guess where St. Louis comes in on this list?
Warden, on the other hand.
Yeah, Warden. That's where they send all the
I don't know.
ex-Hamelites.
St. Louis is where you get kicked out to. St. Louis has got to be top 5.
Number 2.
Oh.
Number 2
Who's
on
number
the list.
1? Let's trash number 1. Who's number 1?
Number 1, I do believe it is, it doesn't say a whole lot about number 1, but I do believe it was Las Vegas.
Oh, crap.
And they're almost always number 1.
What is Las Vegas's nickname again?
Sin City.
Yeah, it'd be an upset of epic proportions.
St. Louis doesn't even have a nickname. It's just St. Louis.
Oh, we're named after a saint?
Yeah, we're named after a saint, and we came in second on apparently the most sinful city list. We came in first in a number of categories, though, so we didn't want to sell ourselves short, but there were others that we didn't, so it kind of balanced out.
Where do we excel?
Okay. If you want to know where we're doing the best, actually,
here
are the
morally
7.
speaking,
Yeah.
or like on the list?
On the list. But this is where I want to ask, is because this list, it uses some data. It breaks down the demographic information. So to determine something like anger and hatred, the study would look at violent crimes, sex offenders per capita, per 1,000 residents, things like that. So it is based on data. The place we're doing the best, here's the list, if you don't know what the 7 deadly sins are. Lust, greed,
your fave,
sloth, wrath. I don't know. I kind of like sloth too, though. Pride.
You know what? If you were going to highlight the 2 deadly sins of the current state of America, I think it would be greed and sloth.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Ryan.
No.
I'm not one of the 7.
He's definitely gluttony.
I haven't even gotten there, Brad.
Spoiler
Lust,
alert.
greed, sloth, wrath, pride, gluttony, and envy. And the area that we did the best, according to this list on Wallet Hub.
The best also means the worst, right?
No, the best as in the one we had the lowest rank.
Lowest.
So the one we were middle of the pack on. That's the best. That's the best we did. Was actually greed. We were 82nd, which is a little less than halfway.
Where was Hamel?
Hamel was way up there in this one. I don't know what happened, but I guess that's where all the money in St. Louis is going, to the Hamel.
For the record, I'm like from Hamel.
Yeah, what's up with Hamel? You're really trashing on Hamel.
No, I love
you're
Hamel.
defending them, aren't you?
I lived there for 8 years, and my part of my family hails from Hamel.
And when you left, a good 5% of the population was gone.
Yep.
Just like that. That's where we're doing the best is greed. Where we're doing the worst is wrath, anger, and hatred.
Yeah.
And also tied with gluttony.
Let's talk about the KFC shooting that took place. Was that Tuesday? Yes. Tuesday, there was a shooting right there. And I'm pointing to like the location where it happened. It was right next to our building. We had people leaving our building. We're in the parking lot hearing the pop, 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 pop of the gunfire.
I didn't know this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you off the break who it was.
Okay.
They reached out to me and they said, was there a shooting at our building? And I'm like, I don't know, not probably.
I'm sure there was.
Likely. And she was telling me the story. She was going to her car in the parking lot, the parking garage here. She said she hit the deck.
No kidding.
The gunfire was that close that she got down in the parking garage because she couldn't tell where it was coming from. And then she saw through some of the holes in the parking garage that are there for like ventilation and I'm sure like water and stuff. She saw the car speeding away from where this shooting happened. And now there are news articles on it. I went to look for the news articles to see if anybody was reporting on this and had to comb through so many other shootings that had taken place to get to the story that was about the one that took place right here. We have a Kentucky Fried Chicken, as many people who listen to this show know, in our building down there. And I swear that the first story I read said it was this KFC, but it wasn't. It was in the Central West End. But there were so many shooting stories that I had to go through to get to the one that was, like, air quotes, our shooting story. Somebody in the Central West End was working at KFC. They ran out of corn. The guy in the drive-thru shot him. That is freaking sane. That's
insane.
wrath.
Well, not to joke, but that's actually, that story is why we're ranked so high because of number one in anger and hatred. That's due to violent crimes and things, which obviously St. Louis super high on. But also first in gluttony, which they rank as having the most fast food restaurants per capita. So there you go. There's our number one and number one.
The true genesis of gluttony and wrath. Although I love KFC.
I do too.
You can partake in KFC without.
it.
You did. How'd that pan out?
Not well. Bad feedback.
Maybe in the new year.
Yeah. They've not contacted me, just to let you know.
Really unbelievable.
It's not a no.
So rounding out the rest of this list with sloth, we were 26th. With lust, we were 22nd. Vanity with pride was 51st. And then jealousy, which was envy, as 12th. So it's the crime that's killing us. It's that's what's literally it's keeping us at the top of these terrible lists, and even rounding out. We're so high on that list that we're the other ones like greed, where we're actually much lower on. It keeps us higher because that one is so high. So it's unfortunate. It's so weird though, because if you grow up here, you're told growing up. You probably were told this a lot as a kid, because I know that girls always say, "Oh yeah, my dad always told me that. Don't ever go to this part of the town. Don't ever go to this part of the town." And downtown was one of those things. Don't drive downtown when you're 16.
Were you allowed, like when you turned 16, what were the parameters of where you could go?
It wasn't beyond my town and a couple of the towns around us. That was about it. I mean, we could have gone places and nobody would have known, but we were told very specifically, don't go to...
I wasn't allowed to drive on the highway.
You know, we couldn't come to concerts downtown when we were 16. We had to be still dropped off by a parent if we wanted to. And I don't even know if we'd do that with our kids now. I don't know.
Heck no.
Drop off your kids at a concert downtown?
Oh my gosh,
16?
no. No.
At what age? 18?
30?
Yeah.
I didn't have any limits like that.
Well, the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s were super different. But also boys and girls is very different. No, my gosh, no. I'm going to probably be, I don't know if I'm going to be a helicopter parent or if I am. I don't think that I am, but I bet a lot of helicopter parents don't feel like they're helicopter parents. Some of them do. But man, the world is just clamoring to get my kids and your grandkids. The the world is out to get them. That's not a new thing.
No.
It's very aggressive, though.
It's new in different ways now. It used to be, though.
My goal is, this is my heart's passion, and my husband and I share this, is to make sure that we provide our kids experiences that make them enjoy being with their family and their extended family, to value that at its core, and to make sure that they get to have experiences with their friends where they're not upset with us being involved, to make them busy, to make them committed to things that give them the opportunity to be in community with people their age, but where it's cool if we're there, at least for now. Big day in Charlie's life. I'm going to tell you about that in a little while. Stick around, Tyrus, when we come back.
If you own a home in St. Louis and you want to sell it as is, without any inspections or the need to make any repairs, call Chris Buys Homes, stlouis.com at 314-782-8000 and get your cash offer without any obligation, commissions, banks, or headaches. Chris buys vacant homes, inherited homes, fixer-uppers, beautiful homes, even the tenant who won't pay the rent apartment. Google us. Chris Buys Homes in St. Louis, and check out our best reviews from satisfied customers. When you sell to Chris, you decide when you want to move, according to your schedule and your terms. Go to our website, chrisbuyshomes.stlouis.com, or call Chris at 314-782-8000. That's 314-782-8000, and get the offer you've been waiting for. 314-782-8000.
LauraMichaelInsurance.com, MICHEL, LauraMichaelInsurance.com. If you're looking to save money on your insurance right now, Laura Michael is a great place to start. I know so many people, my family included, Jared and I included, we had an insurance person, and then they left, and then they changed, and I think they changed again. Who's our insurance guy? I didn't even know. We reached out to Laura Michael Insurance and said, can you help us? Can you work with our situation, what we need to cover for our auto, what we need to cover for our home? Tell us if you can beat what we got. And sure enough, there she did. And we are going to save money now using Laura Michael Insurance. She's in St. Charles. She has such attention to detail for your insurance needs, for your auto, home, life, and your commercial insurance needs. Create and develop a relationship that you choose, not one that you inherit. Your insurance is more important than that. Don't settle. You can find all the information and the way to connect at LauraMichaelInsurance.com.
97.1 is happy to partner with SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Your contribution supports St. Louis area families.
My guest is John O'Leary, spent some years as a chaplain at Cardinal Glennon.
So I walk in and I meet this little kid. He was about 8. And then he says to me, Mr. John, can I tell you something? So I say, sure. And then he goes, my mom and dad don't know, but I'm not going to make it. So will you be strong for them when I'm gone?
Oh, my.
So these kids have so much wisdom and so much awareness on really what's going on. And the wild thing we saw again and again from our kids is that they try to be strong for their parents. And so then what we as a staff and what we as a community try to do, because this is our job now, is we want to be strong for those kids.
Text 20357 to give a Christmas gift to the Tree of Hope. That's 20357. Or go to 971talk.com/Cardinal Glennon. KFTK FM Florissant.
Driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group.
97.1 FM Talk.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
What's rattling the markets? Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Dow's been down more than 900 points amid renewed recession fears after retail sales fell 0.6 of a point in November.
Though cooling inflation may have been a factor, retail sales are not adjusted for inflation, and retailers were marking down excess inventory, and car prices have been moderating.
Fox's Jenny Cosola. Earlier than usual holiday shopping may also be a factor, but the report fuels more anxiety about the Fed's rate hikes to fight inflation. Georgia becomes the latest state to ban TikTok on government devices over security concerns about the platform's Chinese owner. The U.S. Senate has passed a bill that would ban it on all government devices at the federal level, but some Democrats are suggesting they weren't aware of that vote by unanimous consent last night. Right now, there's no plan for a House vote less than 3 weeks before Republicans take control. There's a separate bipartisan Senate bill with broader implications.
This Gallagher-Rubio bill that is being pushed out there is a little different. It's going to take this ban a step further, and it would stop all transactions from any social media company out there that's run through our adversaries, including China, Russia, and Iran.
Fox's Aisha Hasni on Capitol Hill.
Democrats and Republicans both believe that TikTok is a problem, but Chairman of the Senate Intel Committee, Mark Warner, says, look, TikTok is not all bad. So he is floating this idea now of the Justice Department coming in to regulate the app.
Some Republicans say they'd prefer the Federal Trade Commission. Parts of Louisiana hit by tornadoes for a second day, this time including New Orleans yesterday, where more than 10,000 lost power.
Entergy immediately started working to restore power to those impacted. Very shortly after, we did see power being restored.
The mayor of New Orleans and other parts of the state, 3 people were killed in this week's storm, which is still marching east, bringing blizzard conditions, Wyoming to Nebraska. America's listening to Fox News.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything, and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Air Comfort Service, heating and cooling, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Kind of a bundle-up afternoon with a changeable sky. It's windy and it's cold out there. 40 degrees for the high. Tonight, diminishing winds, partly cloudy skies, going down to 28. That's nothing extreme, but it's colder. Friday, partly sunny, only 35 for the high. Saturday, partly sunny, 33 for the high. And Sunday, partly sunny and 38. Quiet and cold. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
You found 97.1 FM Talk, where we ask questions, even when the legacy media won't. Especially when the legacy media won't.
St. Louis is home for conservative talk.
97.1 FM Talk.
Come to the Enchanted Attic. We've got lots of gift ideas for you. Come to the Enchanted Attic, filled with sparkling jewelry, gemstones too. Scented candles, fragrant incense, treasure chests, they're the best. Fairies too. Buy yourself some soothing music. You will be much calmer if you do. The holidays can be real stressful. Worry stones for everyone will do. Meditation books are helpful. Get your relatives at least 1 or 2. Crystal balls and tarot cards and dragons and Buddhas and feng shui too. Come to the Enchanted Attic, 636-949-9502 in historic St. Charles.
This season, give the gift of Cardinals ticket packs. 5, 6, and 10 game packs are on sale now and feature 2023's highest demand games and promotional giveaways. Choose from the opening day pack, the t-shirt pack, bobblehead pack, and more. New for 2023, check out the swag pack. Give the gift that lasts all season, all baseball season. Cardinals ticket packs start at just $54 and are on sale now at cardinals.com/holiday.
Check off your shopping list with Cardinals Baseball. 2023 all-inclusive tickets start at just $59 and feature a full buffet, complimentary bar, plus a great view of the game. Choose from the Premium Legends Club, the UMB Champions Club, Proficient Red Jacket Club, National Car Rental Club, and more. Give the gift of date nights, the gift of family time, the gift of Cardinals Baseball. Get your single game, all-inclusive tickets now at cardinals.com/holiday.
Business is difficult right now, putting a lot of good workers at risk. If you're a business that needs flexibility with your workforce and don't want to lose your best employees, go to sharedwork.mo.gov and see what the Missouri Department of Labor can do for you.
Hi, this is Ken.
And Lori Heisey of Heisey Advisory Group. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families work toward their financial goals.
If you're retiring soon, join us Saturday at 9:30 a.m. for your Retirement Highway.
Investment advisory services by individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. It's Thursday. We are grateful that you're here with us. Yesterday, we were on location at Ruler Foods for the St. Louis Area Food Bank, and you showed up en masse to help our neighbors in need. Real quick before we get to our guests, Brad, how are we doing on the donations?
Well, we actually have received another, at least couple donations since we mentioned it on the air today. So our virtual food drive is still up. JustGiving.com/the Annie Frey Show virtual food drive. You can find, I don't know if that's the exact thing there, but if you search it on that website, you can find it.
You can also go to Annie Frey Show on Twitter.
Yep, you can go to Annie Frey Show on Twitter or the Annie Frey Show Facebook page and find a link to it there. We're up to $1,620, and I got a couple comments here if you...
Real quick, so we can get to Tyrus.
All right, so the first one is from Jackie Scherer. She says, thank you, AFS, for being a light in the world and using your platform to do God's work. Merry Christmas and friends and fellow fannies.
That's lovely.
Yes.
Fannies. Did not come up with that myself,
Yeah.
just for the record, but I am not going to suppress it because I think it's great. You can do good today with $5. Donate to the St. Louis Area Food Bank through our food drive that's virtual right now. I tweeted at the link at Annie Frey Show. Donate $5 and then retweet the link, and let's help our neighbors in need. Let's talk to Tyrus about the gift of giving.
You're becoming like my most stable relationship.
Enough said.
Tyrus, welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. How are you doing this holiday season? Do you feel like you're ready?
I'm Grinched out and ready to go.
Grinched out and ready to go. I'd imagine you'd be an imposing Grinch.
Yeah, I think I would be the Grinch. That's my role every year. I let my kids know that this is the year I'm going to catch Santa. I set traps all through the house.
That's fantastic. You know, I saw a theory lately that says the Grinch didn't have a problem with Christmas. He just didn't like people. And then I started looking at the Grinch a little bit differently.
Well, it wasn't that he doesn't like commercialism.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's what he was about. The Grinch was against. If you look at it, the Grinch was really a good guy.
You gotta rewatch that video.
Except for the stealing part. I mean, but nowadays, you know, it was his feelings that mattered. So we can use their own stuff against him sometimes. So,
yeah,
you know, Grinch he wanted it to be about Christmas itself, not about presents and packages and boxes and Wendoogles and all that stuff.
If you're watching the Grinch, are you prone to the old cartoon version of it? Are you a Jim Carrey Grinch fan?
You know what? I love the old one, but Jim Carrey, it has become a household tradition. It's the Grinch and then the Christmas Story are my two picks. So those run on a loop all through the house.
That's fantastic. So, those are good.
Yeah.
Good flicks for the holiday season.
There isn't enough awards for Jim Carrey for that role. There really isn't.
I want to talk to you about gift giving, and you always have an interesting, unique perspective on all of the topics we talk about, and there's plenty of news to discuss, but it gets boring to talk about it over and over again. And it's kind of the Christmas season, so let's discuss Tyrus's advice for gift giving, specifically on gift cards, subscription boxes, or maybe the gift of experiences. When you are assessing the gifts to give the kiddos, to give the wife, to give your coworkers, or whomever you give gifts to, what's kind of the Tyrus thought process?
Well, the first thing you have to do is you got to stay in your lane. So, and what I mean by that is you cannot get caught up in the big media push to spend money. If you're having a tough year, we have inflation, we got a tough winter coming up, your gifts need to be within the realm of what you're making. So many times people try to make up for shortcomings or a bad year by buying ridiculous gifts that put them in the hole, and then you end up being worse to be around. So stay in your lane. Little things matter. If the only thing you can think of is to give somebody as a gift card, do you really need to give them a gift?
Hey, man, I hate gift cards as gifts. Maybe as a courtesy, but not as it. Just give them cash. And if you're just giving cash, then what are you doing?
It just screams of, I stopped at the gas station on my way to your house, forgot I got anything for you, so I grabbed a gift card. You know, and I'm not saying I don't appreciate the $50 gift card to Applebee's, but, you know, it's just, you could do better. You know, I think we need to get back to more thoughtful gifts. You know, make something. It doesn't have to always be Apple bucks and all the other kind of stuff, especially this year with inflation and some tough times coming around the corner. I think it's going to be the small, meaningful gifts that matter. Save your money and just give things from the heart. You'll do a whole lot better. Doesn't it
mean more to you if someone were to say, hey, Tyrus, I'd like to take you to Applebee's and sit down? Like if you're with somebody who you feel obliged to exchange or pushed to exchange gifts with, that evening or lunchtime of, let me treat you to a meal. Let's go out to Applebee's and get that. That means more than
a meal of food at a quality price. I'm always open for endorsements. You know, and then just do that. So I think that's, or, you know, looks like breaking news. I'm coming back to the St. Louis area.
Really?
So, we'll be back at Edwards. We're actually looking for 3 cities. I think we got two down, and Pappy's is going to be helping out. So,
Pappy's gift cards never made anyone mad.
No, and I specifically am coming back for Pappy's. I cannot lie.
So what do you? Is this wrestling? Is this a show?
No. It's a stand-up show. Yeah, a stand-up show.
You're gonna keep us in the
loop,
right?
Going back where it all started. Yeah, 100%.
How has that been going for you? Because you've been able to hit so many cities, and every time I see you promoting these one after the other, be it on your Twitter account at Planet Tyrus or on Gutfeld's show, people across the country, are they having a hunger for the unique way that you present thoughts and process on life, the news, everything that's going on?
Yeah, well, it's a show where we all get to laugh at ourselves. I think the person who gets made fun of the most is me. You know, the reluctant know-it-all, and the glass is half full because somebody probably spit in it. But it's fun. It's comedy. Lots of jokes, things like that. We don't take life too seriously. I mean, I'll hit on a couple things, but it's basically just to have a good time. And I think I didn't expect it to blow up the way it has, but it's really fun. It's something I always wanted to do, and it's nice with this cancel culture and like this whole, like, you need agents and managers and all this extra stuff. All you really need to do is pick up the phone, make calls, get your hustle on, and you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
So let that be a lesson out there. Anybody who's trying to get something started, you want your own podcast, all you got to do is record it. You know, you just do your thing. You just got to put in the work. And, you know, you don't accept no.
Well, when you come back to St. Louis, when those details get finalized, make sure you let us know, and we will do what we can to help promote that for you. When it comes
I'm going to be on a crash diet so I can get Pappy's hard when I get there.
And that it is destination level restaurant stuff there. I'm curious about your dad, and you got kiddos of different ages. You got boys, you got girls, and when it comes to that commercialization of Christmas, of the holiday season, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, I feel like it is hard as a parent to, you know, you want to give so much. You want to see the smile when they open up the things, but you also need to make sure they understand that the things should matter also. How do you balance the desire to give on Christmas, but also the lessons that you're teaching your kids, however you choose to do that, to make sure that they stay grounded?
The biggest thing is not to give them everything they ask for. I know that sucks to say that, but You give them, you have a nice Christmas. Stay within your lane. Breaking the bank and putting your checking account in the negative for gifts that your kids would be happy with just one in your time is the biggest thing. Don't overdo it, and kind of keep a theme. Like if they want, I want a computer for Christmas. Keep all their gifts in the same lane.
Mm-hmm.
And always socks and underwear. Always.
Facts. We do that.
They need that one. You want to ground them? You want to keep them grounded? When they open that socks and underwear, let them know there's more where that came from. There's bad behavior.
I'm a big fan.
That always was an attention getter.
For
Whenever
sure.
I had my mom, I opened up socks and underwear. I was like, oh man, this must be on my report card.
Where's this coming from? I always use. I know that they like to open up things, and it's fun on Christmas to see a bunch of gifts. But at least in our house, there is a ton of practicality that gets wrapped up, and it's like, here are things that you normally get, and this time I wrapped it for you, which is the gift that you got to open it up, but still understanding that those practical things are important, and that there's like thankfulness that is needed to be given when you receive these things that are practical. And then of course you throw in some fun things around that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, I know that you've talked about Fortnite on our show. You said you play Fortnite with your kids. There's a lawsuit out there right now. I think it's in Canada that suggests that Fortnite is addicting, and the parents are taking it to Fortnite to say, you've created my kid is addicted to Fortnite and this is your fault. I was wondering where you fall down on that.
It's 1,000% your fault. It's mom and dad's fault. If kids can be exposed to anything without supervision, they're going to want to do it all the time. Doesn't matter what it is: candy, video games, movies, toys. So it's bad parenting. Put your own Put your own stuff down. Get off your own social media and watch your kids. My kids all have child locks on theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So every time they get on, I know they're on. We play together. And when I see them getting, because the 8-year-old, Georgie, who you know well, is our platoon leader, and she can be a little demanding.
It's just assertive.
Not above stealing a kill or two in the name of the team. She's also not above not threatening to report one of us if we don't follow her rules. So every once in a while, I have to take my gunnery sergeant helmet off, which is the lowest ranking guy on the team, and put my dad hat on and suspend play. So, and that's an attention getter. But you can't sue Fortnite. You should be suing yourself. You should be looking at what you're doing.
Also,
parents got to be parents again. You got to stop being buddies and bulldozers and be parents. Use no, not as an adjective, as an exclamation point, and spend time with them.
You're playing with them, and that is. That's if you're sitting there, and that's really what Fortnite is in my house. I've got a almost 13. He'll be 13 the day after Christmas, and a 10-year-old, and we play Fortnite with them. My husband and I do, and then our 6-year-old does. She learns the dances, so that's how it works. But it is a family affair, and there's not really any Fortnite taking place that isn't at least A, being supervised, or B, that we're not participating in. But when you liken that experience to, instead of Fortnite, maybe it's sitting down and watching TV or something, it's still a family experience. If you're turning Fortnite over as a way for your kids to pass time and it's happening in their bedroom and you're not around, and then you're like, Fortnite bad? I mean, you could say the same thing about drugs or alcohol that kids could turn away to outside of supervision. They're abusing it. It's destroying their life. In that case, it is bad, but that's the abuse of it that's happening. You can't turn around and blame that on someone else.
No, it's poor parenting, and you can look at it, and they can look at themselves in the mirror, and if they're being truly honest with themselves, they know they could be doing more. Because again, my kids would be on it 24/7 if I didn't set limits.
Yeah.
But it's like that with anything, roadblocks, whatever. I shut all that down. All roads go through Dad.
Yeah.
New skin comes out, they got to get They got to get my permission to buy the skin. So if it's Circe, the star goddess, who's scantily clothed, they're not getting it.
Not happening.
Not happening. Nope. Denied.
And there's
lessons. When we play the game, I'm the guy like, oh, we got to wait for Dad.
What's he doing? He's never.
Yes, he doesn't have a weapon.
Yeah.
Because I play Madden. I play the sports game, but I'll smoke them in that. They won't. They can't see me at all in those. But first person shooting games. That's their thing. And I'm like, let's play Halo. They're like, oh my God, you're so old. No one plays Halo anymore. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, but you're there playing Fortnite with them.
And my avatar dancing is I just cross my arms. So
Enough said.
I play my role. But again, they can't do it without me.
Yeah. I think that's such an important. I heard that Fortnite lawsuit, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You got to step up yourself.
They need someone to testify on their behalf. I'm in.
Fair enough. Well, Tyrus, we appreciate you. If we don't get to talk to you before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Please send that to your family.
Your family and to everyone. And remember, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to need that money.
Great advice. Tyrus, always good to talk to you. Can't wait to get you back here in St. Louis.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon. Co-host of the Tyrus and Tim podcast. He's on Gutfeld, Fox News contributor and author of the book, Just Tyrus, a memoir. Great Christmas gift. I had the audio version, so got to listen to Tyrus read it, which was funny because you could tell at different portions he was like, I'm done reading this. I'm done reading this book. But it was a really, really great background on who he is and how he's gotten to where he has been. An incredibly unique story. You can go check it out. Just Tyrus, a memoir. Let's take a quick break. More Annie Frey Show. When we come back, the YouTube live chat poll today. I need to know what you think about this. Go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel. In the live chat section, you'll see the poll that's right there. Do you or does someone in your house use TikTok? Yes or no? Would love to know what you think about that. And give us a little explanation in the comments. When we come back, a quick update on the food bank drive. You can go to the Annie Frey Show Twitter account, the Annie Frey Show Facebook page, and get the link there. Donate your $5 or whatever you can afford. More on that when we come back. Don't go away.
I swear now I can't take it. Knowing somebody's got my baby. And now you ain't around, baby, I can't think. I should've put it down, should've got that ring. 'Cause I can still feel it.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show on St. Louis's home for conservative talk. Find the podcast, on-demand audio, and more at 971talk.com/Annie.
Rare and colorful gemstones formed in the earth. Expert hands selecting only the best. Designers creating jewelry inspired by each stone's uniqueness. At Shane Company, we're passionate about gemstones. We have holiday gifts with a full spectrum of natural, colorful gemstones. Peach morganite, tanzanite, London blue topaz, red garnet, and more. Throughout the year, Tom Shane travels to Bangkok, the gemstone capital of the world, to handpick the best rubies and over a dozen colors of sapphires. He then has the stones expertly cut to bring out their brilliance and beauty. Our stunning gemstone jewelry makes a magical gift. We're open 7 days a week, so come in, meet with one of our friendly jewelry consultants and leave with a beautiful gift, or get fast and free shipping when you order online. Your gift will be treasured forever.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
I was just talking with Brad at the beginning of the show about some hearing loss that I feel like I have experienced. And I actually was talking to Dr. Scott Hardiman about this when I went and toured the amazing facility at Gateway ENT. I am so happy to be able to talk to you about the very best private practice ear, nose, and throat groups here in St. Louis. It's Gateway ENT. You can go to gatewaydrs.com. That's gatewaydoctors.com. But, you know, one of the things when I was there and talking to Dr. Hardiman, who is one of the amazing doctors at Gateway ENT, is the fact that I feel that kind of auditory, like if I'm in a crowded room and there's a lot of noise going on, it's hard for me to discern when somebody's talking directly at me. And he's like, we can do a hearing test on you. These are the types of things that when you go to gatewaydoctors.com and you go to Gateway ENT, you make an appointment, they can lead you through these issues. This is something I'm dealing with every day. And I didn't realize that I could maybe go do something about it. I'm going to take my own advice. Call 314-843-3828 and make an appointment to see one of the doctors at Gateway ENT. I hope you'll do the same for that problem that's been nagging you that you haven't had anyone see quite yet. The most accessible and patient-centric ENTs in St. Louis, Gateway ENT. Go to gatewaydrs.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
St. Louis is home for conservative talk.
The Mark Reardon Show.
Jane Duker should be on the roundtable on Friday. So what do we know about Robert Tracy?
The new chief has a lot of experience in urban crime, so that's at least helpful.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry you make it double. Don't worry.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
You said you had a good idea for a poll. You want to tell it on the air? No?
Well, what if it's not a good idea now?
Well, then I'll tell you on the air.
Okay.
Today's YouTube live chat poll is, do you or does someone in your home use TikTok? And we talk about these polls off air all the time because we do one every day, and it's not always easy for me to come up with one. Ryan?
Which one of us, because on Fridays we do a lot of competition within the room kind of stuff.
Last week's was who is the highest maintenance. Cheers.
You won. That should be noted.
Did I?
That should be noted frequently.
I was literally getting my paid makeup done at the time.
Yes, you were.
That was a poorly timed appointment.
Yeah, bad idea on your part. Here's my idea.
No, that's not true. You won the poll. I won the poll of people who actually know what it's like to work with each other. With all three of you guys.
That's right.
I
did win
the
public poll.
You were voted the most high maintenance.
Yes, I was.
And all three of you unequivocally, quickly were like, Annie, it's you.
Yes. So were there any hurt feelings there?
I know. I'm very self-aware.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't have hurt feelings over it. I don't think any of us meant it negatively, though.
No, I wouldn't say my feelings were hurt. I would say that there are parts of me that I don't like being, but if I'm a pretty ambitious person, and you have to have certain qualities and attributes to do what I do. I have worked with a lot of people in this industry, and I have seen people in my position where you have your name on a show. I mean, it's just like when you talk about somebody. No, it's not. This sounds really ridiculous.
Let's hear it.
It's just like being the president of the United States. But I mean, when people talk about somebody saying that they're going to run for the president, they talk about being the president and ego. And like people will be like, Donald Trump's an egomaniac. All of the presidents are egomaniacs. Like you kind of have to have an ego about you to think, I believe that I should run the free world.
I always use the term narcissist. I mean, but
that doesn't
same idea.
But
those qualities are necessary.
You can't be in charge of the free world if you're not like, I have the best ideas.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you're not going to be in charge of the free world if you don't believe that you have the best ideas. You're not going to go out there and put yourself out there, which is why when everybody's like, oh, the best candidates never run, it's because they're not narcissists.
They're cabinet members. They're appointed. They have great ideas. They probably have the ability to work with people and get stuff done. But to run for that office, I mean, you don't even have to be the president of the United States. Like, I know mayors who have the same level of ego as people who run for president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But I also wonder about specifically Jimmy Carter, because he didn't even seem to believe in his own ideas. So he may be the exception to the rule.
So bringing it back down to like the
Annie Frey Show level,
third grade level of the master master's course of being the president of the United States, that to have your name on a show and sink or swim, man, this is my baby. If the Annie Frey show tanks, that really only means that I tank. And that you guys could follow up with here. You've got your name on a show on the weekend, but if it's...
I don't want to work for him.
Well...
Buckle up, Brad.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, I just think that it's important to have a certain amount of qualities of being driven, of having high expectations. I think that you have to match that with kindness and understanding, but you can't sacrifice the high expectations for kindness and understanding. And I've had these qualities my entire life, and now they're in practice in a way that I am incredibly self-conscious of balancing expectations and personal communications with people, because I'm not willing to lower my standards. It's important to surround myself with people who have high standards, which I think I have done here. Like people who I can't stress enough how this is our show and not my show, because if you guys don't feel like it's yours, what motivation do you have to run? Like I always say, I don't want to be running a race and pulling people behind me to keep up. I want this to either be a relay where we're all sprinting. Sometimes we hand the baton off and somebody else has to advance and somebody else has to get us ahead. If you're running a race and track, there's a difference between being the first, second, third, and fourth person in that race. And I don't know enough about running and track to know exactly who does what. But
good metaphor, though.
I do know that. Thank you. Let's talk about. You would be like the. Never mind.
I'd be the coach.
I want to
run faster. You're doing it wrong.
You'd be the
smoking a
guy on the
cigarette
Segway that runs over the runner after the race.
Yeah, move faster. But I mean, you do have different purposes. You have people who you need to have an anchor. You need to have somebody who is going to give you a good start. But sometimes you can't win that race if you don't hand the baton off, because other people are doing that and if they have all four parts down pat and you've got one person who's like, well, I'm gonna just do this whole thing myself, you're not gonna win. So we have to win, and we have to win with a strong team, which is why it is, regardless if my name is on the show or if you hear some voices more than others or whatever it might be, you have to understand, like when we get guests on the show, that's because Brad books these guests. If we have, funny bits, or like when you're listening to us a lot of times in the 2:00 hour, if you find that to be the most refreshing part of the hour, that's the whole crew in here. And I can't have conversations with myself and really entertain you in a lighthearted kind of way. It takes a crew. So I need to make sure I have people around me that want to have those high expectations. But, and it's also like from our show out, we work with sales, we work with promotions, we work with bosses who have expectations for us that we need to do things that sometimes we're like, but that doesn't jive with what, everybody knows what it's like to have a boss say, you are going to do this. And you're like, and they're like, no, do it. So we have to juggle a lot of things. So in that realm, I feel like you can call it high maintenance. I'm sure a lot of people will, and people who maybe have worked with me have, but I don't like that part of myself.
Like, to me, though, like what you just described is high expectations, to have high standards. That's an admirable quality. Whenever I listen to high maintenance, when I think high maintenance, it's just somebody that's being extra, kind of like I want all of my M&Ms, but only none of those yellowy brown ones that don't exist anymore. None of those in there. Stuff like that. Stuff that's so odd that it doesn't do it. It doesn't make any sense outside of just a power trip or just somebody trying to be, to show that they can make those decisions. With you, Annie, what I see is that like you said, your name is on the show. It's one of the things that I really consider whenever I'm doing my work at this show. It's not my name's not on this show. Even though it's our show, my name's not on it, and therefore I've got a special responsibility to take care of your name because I'm acting in your voice in a way whenever I book guests, whenever I pull audio and stuff like that. So when I look at what you just described, that's high standards. There's nothing wrong with having high standards. There's nothing wrong with it. And the poll question was, who is the most high maintenance, not who is high maintenance. So out of the group, well, most like high maintenance? Well, it's the person with the most high standards. Not like Ryan. Ryan's standards are
Yeah, they're all over the place.
all over the place.
No, literally, his marriage is based on setting the lowest standards possible.
And slowly raising them.
It's slowly raising.
Yeah, you're always like, but it's okay because
I'm slowly
I
raising them.
start with the lowest of expectations possible, so that each year I only incrementally increase it smallly, so I don't have to put a lot of effort.
So
into
for
it.
my lucky lady's entire life, she's gonna feel
Have you ever
better and better and better every
Have you ever
year
called her your lucky lady?
from now on. It's also the name of my favorite
Can I
slot
text
machine.
her right now and just say he referred to you?
My question for you, Ryan, is like, so basically what I've done is I've lied to my wife and set
I
her
said slot
expectations.
machine.
I set her expectations low so that she can be like surprised when I do something that's marginally better than what it was last time. Isn't that gaslighting? How is that not gaslighting? Like, you've lied to your wife about what you could do to make it easier for you to meet her
You
expectations.
know what? This isn't about me. This is the giving season.
How many times are you going to say this exact phrase?
This is not about.
Just
this is
cut
the
it.
Christmas season.
And we'll drop
Let's
it in.
talk about other people. Let's continue to talk about Annie
Being high maintenance?
being high maintenance. Every day, I walk in here and I try to sit in that chair, and she says, "Get out of my chair." Every single day.
Literally,
And that's
never
why I
happened.
voted for her. But those qualities that you're talking about, everybody has them, and they have an opposite side to the coin. Every single person has good qualities that also translate to weaknesses. I've worked with a whole lot of creative people in my career. They are fun to work with. They never get anything done. And that is part of usually a creative person, is that they have great ideas. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying this is another example of
And that's why he wants this chair.
a quality. That's right. I don't get anything done.
Yeah.
I can't because you're in it. But a lot of people, and they'll come up with great ideas. I'm going to make this thing. I'm going to do it. But they follow through about halfway, and then they never finish. And that is a common characteristic of creatives.
On that line, can I ask you a question, Annie?
Sure, you
And
can
I'm
ask
going to
me
ask
anything.
you, Ryan. I feel like this anyway. Like I saw, like Ryan was talking about, you got these great ideas and you never get stuff done. And there's this essence of drive there, and that certain people have it and certain people don't. But I look at myself and I go, I'm not meeting the standards that I would have for myself. And I feel like I don't have the drive that I need to be having. And my question is do you guys ever feel that way?
I always feel that way.
No. No, but I am oddly very driven to get things done all the time. So I'm not somebody who does a lot of gaming and stuff, because I feel like that's taking time away from me accomplishing things. So I feel like I am short of my own accomplishments when I'm trying to, like right now, I'm trying to write a screenplay for a movie. Why? I don't know, because I'm just challenging myself to do it.
But you're stuck doing this stupid show.
Yeah, but here I am doing this instead, trying to be out there writing a movie.
Answering your dumb questions.
Yeah. No, this is fun, but I try to do a lot of other things to just keep myself sharp. And a lot of times there's half-done projects. Now, I wrote a novel. That was something I forced myself to get done because I've seen so many. I mean, I use that example again, but I've seen so many of my friends who are creatives start projects and never finish them. So I said, I'm going to finish these things as much as possible. So my own standards are basically finishing the things I start.
Yeah, I hate starting projects and not finishing them. The last, like, being a car guy, one of the things you want to have is like a project car. I've got two, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Because you run out of time and money, and you just can't finish them, and then you're stuck with two vehicles that don't run. And then you've got your daily, which becomes another project, and just goes on and on and on.
To answer your question from the beginning of this segment, what is my idea for a poll?
Which of us?
Which of us is the best at rapping?
Oh my gosh. Like music or paper?
Paper.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm
not going to win either one of those.
Not hip hop music. Talking about.
I know we've been partnering a lot with Hot 104.1, but this is taking it too far.
Ryan wants to show off his hidden talent. Ryan's got bars.
Yeah, you were on the station the other day.
I was. I literally watched Princess Storm do radio as if I'd never seen anyone do radio before.
Were you amazed?
Amazed. It is not the same thing as talk radio.
No, music radio is not. It is not.
I was just watching. I'm like, when do I talk? Do I talk now? Do I sound okay? Is this how you do it? I was very uncomfortably nervous because I just don't know how they. Yes.
It's really fast.
She was pushing buttons and making things happen, and then she's asking me questions, and I'm like, I would love to have a food drive that you support. Thanks.
Yeah, but that's it, right? Because, I mean, it is like get in, get out, get back to the music. It is fast. The breaks, they last a minute.
I just followed her lead, and she made me feel comfortable. But I walked in going, this is different. And then they come in here, and they're like, when do you break? And you're like, yeah, well, we won.
Yeah. Yeah. Going from music to talk, it was intimidating because you are taught to move fast. And that's still my mindset. I do imaging and promos here. You have to still think that way for that stuff. But then in here...
Because you have 15 seconds to make a good, catchy point.
Exactly. And that's the same thing as a music break. Here, I walked in the studio, and it was maybe the first time I'd ever really been in a true talk setting. And you said something about JB. Yeah, you were looking at a JB Pritzker story. You tossed to me. And I was standing right where Brad's standing.
This is before you on my show?
Before I was on the show, because I was training to be part-time at the time. And you go, how about that JB Pritzker story? And I was like, oh, God.
Look how far you come.
I can't tell that story in less than a minute. And you were thinking, take 5. I don't care. But you're not thinking that way at all.
Yeah, I went to you so we could waste time.
Exactly.
And look where you are now.
Here I am wasting your time every day.
How did that happen?
It's your fault.
Yeah.
You're too ambitious. You came after me.
Yeah, Wiggins, you are a product of my ambition. That's where we land on the end of this.
It's your fault.
You know how annoying my father is?
I'm not going to say yes to that.
Of course you wouldn't, because you guys are in cahoots. So earlier in the show, I inappropriately used the word farther. I should have said further. And I said it, and I could not correct it. So I corrected it by saying, gosh, Dad, get out of my brain. I should have said further, not farther. And what did my dad do?
He texted you before...
on the break.
Like before maybe he even heard you say that. And said, oh, Annie, it's further.
I said out loud. He goes, I was listening to 97.1 in my car, and I said out loud in my car, further. And he wanted to know if I was listening to him. I said, and I'm saying right now, no, you're listening to me. And you're in my head. And I'm in your head. And you know what else my dad said this weekend when we were watching White Christmas?
No.
He goes, Annie, you're Bing Crosby, and Wiggins is Danny Kaye. Give me a break.
Oh, man. I might have to part with your dad on that one.
I think I win on that one. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
We were having a salad the other night, and my youngest one, 5 years old, said, oh, what's this dressing, Dad? Because he can't say his ours yet. And I said, actually, that's Andrea's dressing. I'm going to use that in a live endorsement. Thank you, son. Andrea's has not only brush-on steak sauce, but they do have a terrific and very unique salad dressing. You can pick up both of those in area grocery stores or at the restaurant right now. I was actually talking to Brad the other day. Brad went there, I don't know, not too long ago and sat in the bar area. And did you know, this is kind of a secret menu thing, maybe you already know this though, that they have a secret menu just for the bar. So you can get salmon Caesar salad, you can get Andrea's duck wings, some different things that you can't get in the regular restaurant. A little bit cheaper menu there. So if you're just hanging out and you want a good place to go, check out the bar area at Andrea's Steakhouse. But of course, you should go and get a steak there. There's nothing like it in St. Louis. They have awards all over their wall for that very reason. Andrea's Steakhouse is in O'Fallon/Fairview Heights, right on the border between O'Fallon and Fairview Heights, Illinois. You can check them out online at andreas.com.
Tune into the Del Walmsley Radio Show. Del, self-made millionaire and founder of Lifestyles Unlimited, will show you how to live the life of your dreams and pay for it with passive income.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 p.m. on 97.1 FM Talk.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service now offers insulation services. Did you know 9 out of 10 homes are under-insulated? Increase your energy savings and comfort with better insulation. For details, visit aircomfortservice.com.
97.1 is happy to partner with SSM Health, Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Text 20357 to give a Christmas gift to the Tree of Hope. That's 20357.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, shut up.
This is the Annie Frey Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
We were victims of the night. The chemical, physical, kryptonite.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. Thank you for being with us here this afternoon. Before we get to our next quick hit with our guest from favorite jeweler in town, our sponsor, The Diamond Shop. Real quick, Brad, I want to highlight that The Diamond Shop made a $500 donation to the food drive that we did on the St. Louis Area Food Bank. So we're very grateful for that. You too can donate right now. How's it going?
It's going good. We're still sitting at $16.20. The Diamond Shop on their comment said, "Keep up the great work, Annie Frey." Tom and Cone.
Mona.
Yeah, It says Tom Cone and staff from the Diamond Shop. So
That's fantastic.
It's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well, I wanted to give them an opportunity to come on here and talk about an event that they're having this evening. It's called a Men's Panic Night. Thought maybe Ryan and Brad, you might be interested.
That's a great name.
Do you get it?
It's so memorable. Yeah.
Nikki from the Diamond Shop with us right now. Nikki, thanks for coming on the show with us.
Hey, Annie, I'm here with Tom and Mona, too. We're all here.
Oh, fantastic. It's the whole crew.
Oh, there's everybody.
Thank you for being so generous in helping the St. Louis Area Food Bank. First of all, I want to personally thank you for doing that and for sponsoring the show. But I also wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about what is going on tonight at the Clayton store at the Diamond Shop.
Well, we have our Men's Panic Night. We had our Ladies' Night in November. So this is the opportunity for the guys to come in and look at the wish list and get that last-minute gift so they know we're at 40% off.
Woo.
VIP members get 10% off that.
No, that's fantastic. So Brad went in, and Brad, real quick, talk a little bit about, we mentioned this yesterday, but you visited the Diamond Shop this past weekend for the first time?
Yes, I visited the Diamond Shop, got to see Tom and Mona there and a lot of the other staff, and they have a lot of cool stuff there. Guys, they also have like watches and stuff like that too. So if you're not like a diamondy kind of person, but you dig watches, they had a lot of cool watches there. But I actually went there to get a ring turned into some earrings. My wife had a ring. It was her grandmother's ring. She's not really digging the ring anymore, but the black sapphires in it are very special to her. So we went there, and I asked Annie. Annie said, yeah, go check it out. And I said, okay, well, let's see if they can turn this into earrings. And so we sat there, and Tom drew up on a little sheet of paper there some earrings for us and gave us a quote. And the secret's out. My wife was there, but we're going to get her these earrings for Christmas.
Well, Tom, I want to ask you about the history of the Diamond Shop real quick before we have to let you go. And the way you guys do business is such a personal experience where a lot of jewelers out there have a lot of success and they have their own business model. But the Diamond Shop in Clayton has been around since 1910. It is a heritage jewelry store. It's the jeweler of the Frey family. I think it's becoming the jeweler of the Range family as well. How do you go about doing your business in that really personal way?
Well, the Diamond Shop was downtown, and we came into Clayton in '86. But it's been in my family. It's always been my family's idea to have service to the customers.
I think that, it's the key is to be able to have that relationship where people feel comfortable going in. Like my husband and I have, we don't know anything about jewelry. We need people who know things about jewelry. We can tell you, here's our budget. This is what we're looking for. And you've always been wonderful at partnering us with what we were looking for, fitting the budget. So one more time real quick, Tom, Nikki, Mona, whoever wants to talk about it. the Panic Night tonight. What do people need to do to participate in this event?
They just need to show up. We'll all be here. And, tonight we're also supporting Backstoppers, too.
That's great. So how does that work?
So, what we're doing is we're going to be having a drawing for a pearl necklace. So we're asking for a $10 donation, and then they'll register to win. And then at the end of the evening, we take 5% of all of our sales, and we'll be donating that to Backstoppers.
That's great. Well, thank you for being on with us today. I encourage you to go to thediamondshop.net and become a VIP. Ryan's looking at me with great curiosity. What's going on with your face?
Well, I mean, we've talked about the Diamond Shop quite a bit. I just realized that that's where I got my wife's engagement ring.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
It was in 2007.
Yeah?
I don't know why I just connected these dots right now talking to you guys. I can't believe that.
Did you have a good experience? You better say yes.
It was great. No, hang on. So we went in, and my wife, she wanted something a little different. She just said, I don't know what I want, but I want something that's not the same thing.
About her spouse?
Yeah, about me. And I said, Diamond Shop Tom, can you change me?
Yeah, no, that seems like the perfect explanation. I want something different.
Yeah.
How about Ryan Wiggins?
No, I came in, Tom, and you guys, I don't remember who I was talking to, but I said, here's kind of my idea. And I think just like Brad was describing, whoever I was talking to just drew up something. And I said, well, how about this and this and this? And they changed it, made it within a couple weeks. And that's the engagement ring. She still loves it. She still wears it. It's awesome.
You're still married.
We're still somehow married.
Well, I'm sure you guys have so many stories exactly like that. It's personal. It is the way business is supposed to be done, especially with these important purchases. That Men's Panic Night tonight. One more time, Mona, what time does it start? What time does it end? How do they show up?
And we go till 7:30 tonight.
What was the start time?
Starts at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Until 7:30 tonight.
All right. In Clayton.
We want to see you here.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you get a crowd there. You certainly deserve it. We thank you so much for your support here on the Annie Frey Show and also for the support for the St. Louis Area Food Bank. Thank you for coming on today to talk about it.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you, Annie.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. It's thediamondshop.net. Go check out their website.
Yeah. I had two friends both tell me in 2007, here's where you should go. Go to the Diamond Shop in Clayton. And I'm like, well, I live in Illinois, so I guess I'll make the drive since two people independently told me to go to the same place.
When it comes to buying something like that, though, don't you want to make sure you go to a place that people trust?
I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Sure.
And so I just based on two people who I trusted saying this is where I went, it was awesome. That's what I did. And it was super easy. And the prices were good, if not better than everywhere else, too.
YouTube live chat poll for today. If you go to the Annie Frey YouTube channel, broadcasting live every day on YouTube. Do you or does someone in your home use TikTok, Ryan?
No, absolutely not.
Brad?
No. Nope.
Same. I am frustrated that I used to be a Sprint customer and T-Mobile bought Sprint, so now I am a T-Mobile customer. Every time T-Mobile does an update, it gives you, here are the apps that you should download. TikTok is always on there. And I'm always like, no, I don't want to download TikTok. I don't like that apps can partner with providers. I remember, was it U2 that came pre-downloaded on iPhones or something?
Yeah, Apple did that.
That was like maybe a decade ago. It was a long
Close
time
to
ago.
it,
Well,
yeah.
and if you had it, they just sent it to your phone, too. If you had an iPhone before you had it, they just put it in your iTunes library. And I was like, no, thank you.
It makes you kind of wonder, who owns the space on your phone?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like it's mine. But
Well-
there's a provider that gives you the service, and there's this constant... I mean, it would be very simple to accidentally download TikTok and not even know that it's on your phone. I promise you right now that there are people listening who don't know that TikTok is on their phone. They say, I don't use TikTok. No. You probably have... a lot of people might have TikTok pre-downloaded on their phone. You could go onto your apps and search it, and I actually did that before the show started when I put this poll up because I was like, I don't have it, right? I didn't accidentally try to breeze through the updates like, no thanks. And one time accidentally hit, put that on my phone.
Yeah, because you go to watch a video and it says, oh, it's easier if you just download this real quick.
Yeah.
And when you do it, you don't even realize you did it.
And the other thing, too, is that TikTok, if it's on your phone, you don't have to use TikTok for TikTok to see what's on your phone. Their part of their terms of service allows the app to crawl into keystrokes in your messages.
That's crazy.
Your passwords. And it's part of the terms of service. Like, I would challenge anybody listening right now to go on your phone. I'm going to do it. I have a Samsung. I don't use iPhone. I'm not opposed to iPhone, but I'm also not a cult follower.
You sound like you're
throwing some
trashing,
shade right there.
Me and Brad. We don't like you now.
Now.
That's not
so
the case,
yeah, I'm
right?
searching TikTok on my phone and my apps, and I don't have it. But I know for sure every single time that I've had to do an update, it tells me, it wants me to download Candy Crush and TikTok. And then like some of these other apps that are ridiculous that I'm not interested in. But T-Mobile has a partnership with these apps that says, we'll push these on people's phones. We'll just have them click a quick yes.
Which I'm sure TikTok is using some big China money to push that through T-Mobile and other providers because they want it on as many phones as possible.
Every single device that they can get it on.
Does it make you wonder what other apps are owned by who? Because, you download a random app. I want to see what song this is. You don't know who owns these things.
Some of those apps, like, it worries me. Or an app that comes with a, like okay, so we got a light stake to turn your lights on. It's like, oh, you can connect it to Wi-Fi and you use this app. And I'm like, I don't know where this one's from, so I'm not doing that.
I'm not putting an Alexa in my house. I don't want, man, the stuff the information on you that's already out there. Do you remember when I sent you that there's a profile that is out there on me? It's like generated from something. Do you remember reading that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to find it. We maybe could read some of it on there.
Because it was not written by somebody who knows you or the show or anything.
I don't think it was written by a human.
Yeah,
I think it's generated by a computer. And it talks about like my handsome husband or something like that. And I showed Jared that and he's like, looks good to me. I'm like, this is creepy stuff. All of that information pulled out of Lord knows where. Go vote in the TikTok poll. We'll be back in a minute in the 2 o'clock hour.
The 26th Cardinals Care Winter Warm-Up is coming to Busch Stadium in Ballpark Village January 14th through the 16th. Admission tickets are on sale now and include access to presentations, exhibitor hall, family-friendly activities, the Cardinals Care Store, and more. New for 2023, admission tickets include access to the Cardinals Hall of Fame Museum and an exclusive tour of the Cardinals Clubhouse. Learn more about Winter Warm-Up at cardinals.com/WWU. That's cardinals.com/WWU.
Exciting Cardinals baseball will continue at spring training, and you can be one of the first fans to catch the team in 2023. Cardinals Vacations makes it easy to get to warm, sunny Florida by being your one-stop shop for spring training travel. You'll receive hotel accommodations, great game tickets, an exclusive dinner at the ballpark with select Cardinals personnel, and much more. Make your plans now. Call Cardinals Vacations at 800-892-7687 or online at cardinals.com/vacations.
Hey, it's cold outside. Is it cold inside? That's a really important question to ask right now, because if it's cold inside and if you're like me, that's not your comfort zone. Air Comfort Service can get you in your comfort zone as the air gets colder. Have you seen the stories about the fact that we could maybe have a white Christmas? I'm praying for one. I love white Christmases. You don't want to be inside your house with a white Christmas outside your house, shivering and being cold. Reach out to Air Comfort Service if your furnace is not operating the way it's supposed to be. They can come do a tune-up on it. They can check and do the proper maintenance that you've been postponing on it. And if you do need to replace it, the dreaded replacement of a furnace, you want to make sure you're going with people who you can trust. We had to replace our furnace 2 years ago, almost to the day. It was a few days after Christmas, and our house was 50 degrees. It was cold outside, and it was cold inside, and Air Comfort Service came to the rescue. Reach out to them now. Postpone having to replace it by getting the proper maintenance done on it by reaching out to Air Comfort Service. You can call them easily right now by reaching out to 314-513-0091, aircomfortservice.com.
Guys, 2022's been a roller coaster year, so spoil her this Christmas by giving her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas exclusively from Pajamagram. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin, even more alluring than lingerie. The texture and touch of these pajamas is so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, and you'll love the way they look. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. Order today, and Pajamagram will also include a free matching Naturally Nude nightie with the purchase of Naturally Nude pajamas. That is free gift packaging and a free Naturally Nude nightie when you order today. Just go to pajamagram.com. It's fast, easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. That's pajamagram.com.
KFTK FM Florissant.
Driven by the Bommarito Automotive Group.
97.1 FM Talk.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
An urgent appeal from the White House on Lisa Brady. Fox News.
We know we can prevent nearly every death from COVID if people get their updated vaccines and people get treated. So we continue to press that message.
COVID response coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha says they don't want this winter to look like last winter as COVID cases rise, this time along with higher flu cases and the spread of another respiratory illness, RSV. Right now, he says COVID cases are rising in about 90% of the U.S.
This winter, we can keep people safe. We can prevent hospitalizations and deaths. We can minimize disruptions.
The White House winter plan includes more free COVID tests, and they're reaching out to governors, urging more vaccination sites, including pop-up clinics, and expanded testing and treatment programs. More states getting ready for the monster storm that's been crossing the country.
Our peak is going to be about 1 to 2 inches per hour Thursday night through Friday.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul, as snow marches in from the Midwest, while the Deep South assesses damage after another day of tornadoes, which killed at least 3 people in Louisiana. The search for bipartisan solutions to gun violence at a House hearing, Democrats calling again for more gun restrictions.
Without an assault weapons ban, more people will die. And if we're not going to ban them, then law enforcement must be trained to confront these weapons of war.
Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs.
Democrats aren't interested in searching for the causes of these horrific and tragic acts of violence, which is, as I said, the persistence of evil in the world. And how do we curb that?
Reiterating Republican concern about infringing on the rights of law-abiding gun owners. A major sell-off continues on Wall Street after retail sales fell in November, adding to high anxiety about the Fed's inflation-fighting efforts and risk of recession. Right now, the Dow is down 723 points. America is listening to Fox News.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe for max strength nighttime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks NyQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Get some rest and feel better with Vicks NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, sore throat, stuffy nose, fever, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed.
Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything, and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Air Comfort Service, heating and cooling, weather.
Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Kind of a bundle-up afternoon with a changeable sky. It's windy and it's cold out there. 40 degrees for the high. Tonight, diminishing winds, partly cloudy skies, going down to 28. That's nothing extreme, but it's colder. Friday, partly sunny, only 35 for the high. Saturday, partly sunny, 33 for the high. And Sunday, partly sunny and 38. Quiet and cold. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hello, everybody. I'm John Rooney. Do you have an old car that's taking up room in the driveway? Repairs are costly and selling is a hassle? That's why you should donate it to Goodwill. Donating is quick and towing is free. Plus, you get a tax receipt and 4 tickets to a Cardinals game next year, compliments of the St. Louis Cardinals. That's a win-win. For more information or to donate, visit online at mersgoodwill.org. Must mention Cardinals.
Well, if you go to fountainsfamilydentistry.com, you're going to see a tab on there called sleep medicine. But I think that's actually kind of deceiving because there's no medicine involved. That's actually one of the selling points is that if you have sleep apnea, and let me explain sleep apnea a little bit because a lot of people have this, they don't know it. If you snore, you probably should get checked. And here's the thing. It's not just about, oh, I feel groggy all day. You're not getting the oxygen to your brain. That's a big deal, and it causes a lot of long-term effects. So there's other stuff that may be affected by you not getting that sleep, not getting the oxygen to your brain. Visit Fountains Family Dentistry. They're going to help you fix that problem, again, with no medicine. It is a retainer that you wear at night. I've been wearing one for over a decade. I don't sleep without it. I don't even want to take a nap without it because I sleep so much more soundly and hard with that retainer than when I don't. It's like, why am I even sleeping if I don't have that thing? So go to Fountains Family Dentistry and get one for yourself. They'll be able to help you get diagnosed with sleep apnea if that's what you need. If not, they'll just fit you with one right there. Make the appointment today. It's all at fountainsfamilydentistry.com.
Hi, this is Brian with Velocity Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 314-782-3333. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition and any price range in the St. Louis area. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that needs updating, but you don't have the time or money for it? Great, because I love buying outdated houses. I buy vacant houses, job relocation houses, and foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 314-782-3333. That's 314-782-3333.
Give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. The Steel Holiday Gift Guide has outdoor power tools and more for everyone on your list. Visit your local Steel dealer or go online to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Find yours.
In light of the times, this is the season to allow the healing power of Christ into your lives. Hello, this is David Schlafly with Schlafly Corporation and Schlafly Beer, wishing you and your family a beautiful and peaceful Christmas season.
Big ideas, real debate, solid entertainment. You found it here.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
97.1 FM Talk.
That is exactly what I needed to hear.
Thank God someone here knows what they're talking about.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
All right, you need to take the time and get the full picture.
Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom. It is Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
Goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump, favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, with an important announcement to make. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible artwork pertaining to my life and my career. It's been very exciting. You can collect your Trump digital cards just like a baseball card or other collectibles. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Or golf with you and a group of your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses, and they are beautiful.
Big announcement, guys.
Major announcement.
Thought he was going to announce his VP.
I did too. Or something.
Second best thing, Trump trading cards.
He didn't. They're not even real cards.
I don't understand NFTs. We did a poll earlier talking about crypto. Do I understand crypto? I don't. I am very old in spirit. And I don't understand these things. Brad holds up at the beginning of the show before we came in, he holds up papers, just a stack of papers. And he goes, I did research and I saw NFTs on the top and I'm like, good, you can have the whole 2 o'clock hour.
I don't want the whole 2 o'clock hour for NFTs.
I don't understand what this is. but it is amazing, and it's from the best president to ever walk the face of the planet.
Clearly. I mean,
better than Lincoln, better than Washington.
I thought you had pulled up an old clip of him just being super
No,
bombastic.
that's from this morning.
That's the current thing.
That's the big announcement that he put out that he was going to make.
Why?
Explain.
What do you want to know? Do you know what an NFT, like what NFT stands for?
Let's start here. I don't even know an intelligent question to ask.
And he goes, why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
Yes, maybe 4.
I can answer that question. Non-fungible token.
We have a winner. Yeah, that's what that means.
That's all I know.
And basically what that is almost like it's almost like a cryptocurrency. It's created using blockchain technology, and it says here that they cannot be exchanged or traded equivalently like other cryptocurrencies. So basically what this is an NFT is a digital image. So they call it digital artwork, a piece of digital art, which I don't know what your feelings are on that. Can art be digital? I think so, but
Well, certainly.
I mean, if you create
Not
a
necessarily art that I want to invest in.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend $1 million on a bored ape.
On a bored ape.
That's
a deep cut, man.
Exactly. That's what Bieber did.
I don't understand that. So it's essentially the same concept as Bitcoin or any sort of cryptocurrency, except you attach it to a piece of digital art. Therefore, that piece of digital art, whenever you purchase the NFT, is yours.
Nobody
Now,
else can own it?
Nobody else can own it.
Can anybody use it?
Copy and paste. Still works like that.
Why do I want to own it?
I don't know.
Exactly. Which is the difference between this and cryptocurrency, because you can't copy and paste cryptocurrency.
When you copy and paste the image, you don't get the token. The token is still yours. So you still own that.
I understand.
So you have the Mona Lisa, and everybody else has got a
copy
of the Mona Lisa. Yeah. Which, in real life, I feel like on the Mona Lisa, you can tell a difference. Like, okay, this is a copy, this is a print, this is the real thing. I don't know how you do that, and I don't really understand how you look at the token and what like the token is digital in itself too. So it's not like you have a physical token saying that I own this Bored Ape or Trump card or whatever.
Make it make sense.
Okay. So what Trump is saying then is that let's say it's the picture of him wearing a Superman cape and the lasers are coming out of his eyes.
Yeah.
There's only one of those with one token?
Apparently.
Is that what that means?
Or a certain amount with tokens attached to it.
Why do you want to own it?
I don't know. Even if Topps had come along or Donruss and said, you know what we'll do? We'll just do some traditional trading cards.
Fleer.
Yeah, or Fleer. I guess we'll throw Fleer in there, or Flair. Remember those?
They were thick.
Yeah, $5 a pack.
Big.
And they were cardboard packages.
Mm-hmm.
If he did that, then at least you'd be buying something. Trump trading cards. Fine. I collected Ninja Turtle cards, just like baseball cards.
Did you collect baseball cards?
Oh, yeah. I was big into baseball cards.
I had Desert Storm cards.
Me too.
Like Desert Storm one. I had Storm and Norman Schwarzkopf.
I was going to say Schwarzkopf was the big one to get.
Yeah, I had that one.
You guys were children with passions.
We still are.
That you invest. I didn't say it, but with passions.
You got the Schwarzkopf.
And sounds like a condition.
He told me about it off air.
I already told you about it. I'm not going down there. That's the third time I've taken the pitch today.
Yes, you have. You're about
I think
to
they're
walk.
all strikes. Yeah, get me out of here.
Good take, too. Took a step, watched it all the way.
I don't understand why you want to buy these things.
I don't either.
Do you want to hear my conspiracy theory on this?
Yes.
None of it makes sense. So
Okay.
this would make as much sense as any of the
Do you
rest
remember
of it.
when they announced the metaverse?
Yeah, it seems like something you don't get to announce.
Yeah. So
like the metaverse, it's like begins here.
Okay.
It just doesn't seem like
You
something
step
that you get to
through
like
the threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like the metaverse is the digital like fake world that you can go live in. And I feel like, and this is completely conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat stuff here, is I feel like NFTs.
I appreciate you saying it like that instead of saying I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but then diving straight headfirst into your conspiracy theory.
The only people that I don't trust are the ones that don't believe in any conspiracy theories. But
it's because they're in on all of them.
Well, I mean, I've got a long conspiracy theory about that as well. But like, so they call them digital collectives. NFTs are digital collectibles.
So these are valuable in the metaverse?
That would be they would be. So like you get the NFTs and then you can display the tokens in your digital home that isn't real. and you can show your digital artwork that isn't physical or real.
Why is anybody buying these things?
Jump around in your Scrooge McDuck full of money bin full of
Gold
Bitcoin.
doubloons.
Okay, Dima on our chat says, "OMG, please stop explaining NFT and crypto. You're butchering it all."
We know, because we
know
don't
that.
understand any of it. Explain
But
it then.
Also,
Fancy
according
pants.
to Brad's theory, Dima is just in on it.
He's just in on it.
I think he is the head of it.
I'm not using this as a derogative, but there are people that are so far into this, they so really want it to work because they're so far invested into it. I still have never.
It's the exact same thing as legalization of weed.
It has the same feel to it. It really does. But I have yet to hear a justification for me to spend money on something that I don't
get.
That doesn't physically exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's just ones and zeros
Here's
on the
problem.
internet.
I didn't participate in this conversation with you. I think we ran out of time when we did the crypto poll this week at some point. I actually do invest in crypto, not deeply, but I do have some. I'm just waiting for it, like many others, to become an actual currency, not just a commodity. Because that's when it will change things.
Well, isn't that what the poll was, is that it can't be manipulated?
Well, it can't. I mean, well, at least supposedly, blockchain cannot be manipulated
by
but this
like a
FTX
bank or
stuff
whatever.
is just
Well, yeah, but the FTX thing was
That's
more
different.
that he took money, invested it in crypto, and then they left it on the marketplace, and he just took that and stole it.
It's different.
But like, why is that? Like, you can't. I mean, you can go out and buy stuff with it, but the market right now on crypto is more of an investment market where it goes up and it's down and it's up and it's down. And we say that it can't be manipulated, but it can be if a big enough profile person says, "Hey, go buy this," or
But that's
I'm getting
manipulating
out of this.
the market for it.
Right.
Instead, NFTs are not crypto. There is a difference between those things because
they're based on the same blockchain.
Yes, they are. But NFTs, the value is so ridiculously random. And people might say that about crypto too, but it's a little more stable than NFTs are. And like Annie was saying, it is a piece of art.
No, I thought I was going to say something else, because I bet I said that too.
No.
Off the air.
You said you got the Schwartz cough
This is
today.
a piece of what?
Nothing.
Oh.
It is a piece of art, a piece of something. You're just going to throw it at the wall.
Tyrus.
Stu at 6.
Let's go back to what Tyrus said earlier.
Back to what Tyrus said. If you're listening on the radio, you got to get the podcast.
You didn't get to hear it.
Yep. Nope.
Because Brad hit the magic button.
But what Tyrus said is the way I think of NFTs.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of that.
Ooh.
And therefore, the worst part about this is not that Trump is releasing trading cards or that they're NFTs. It's that he tweets that it's a major announcement in the same way as him announcing his candidacy for presidency.
Yes.
He announces it with the same fervor as a digital trading card. What? Because everybody was going, what are you going to do? Run for Speaker of the House?
And then did you watch the video of him announcing it? Have you seen the video? Like, the audio is one thing with the music in the background, but it has like when he's announcing these Trump trading cards, it has really strong Trumpy Bear infomercial vibes. When he's doing
You got to explain that.
Yeah,
the Trumpy Bear?
What's Trumpy
Trumpy Bear was the teddy bear that looked like Donald Trump. So it was a teddy bear with a blue suit or a black suit and a red tie and Donald Trump hair.
It's just like the song Devil with a blue dress on, Trumpy with a black suit on.
Trumpy with a black suit.
I'm sorry. I'm only half listening to this segment.
I can tell. You're checked out.
No, you guys are doing great. And I'm sitting here thinking, the people are probably interested in this. I'm not. But the people are, and I'm catching up on comments.
I feel like we're confusing them.
We're confusing me.
Well,
I'm with them.
Brad, how do we get out of this successfully then? Brad and I.
Ryan, you've been in the industry longer than I have.
It's true.
So I'm going to have to lean on you for that.
Okay, let's bring this back around.
Wrong industry.
Let's talk about the TV shows
Let's
that
get
I've
with
made
a
that you can go buy.
Nice little 2-button close-up.
Doesn't this say more about Donald Trump than it does about the NFT industry or anything? Because he's always been right on the verge between a genius real estate tycoon and a showman, you know, and you kind of you almost
both.
need both.
He is absolutely. He's not on the verge of it. He's a very good real estate tycoon. You can't argue that. He is also a showman of the highest order, because you can't argue that either. And you either like his show or you don't like his show. But yeah, he's absolutely real. And
can we agree though? I'm trying to bring Annie back in here.
I'm still reading comments.
She's off.
She's out.
Brandon says on YouTube, kids today with their NFTs and metaverse.
Right?
You and me, Brandon.
I feel that way too.
But isn't this a time when the best move for Donald Trump would have been to not do something that was in the showman category? That was to make everybody treat him more seriously right now, because he's dropping.
Here's the question. What does it look like when Donald Trump actually jumps the shark? Because apparently it's not this.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
But there's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
a Trump card on it. NFT of him
Donald
jumping.
Trump in a Trumpy bear suit over a shark.
Jumping over a shark.
And he's going to make money. Good for him.
Yes.
Smart businessman.
Well, he makes money on everything he does.
Are you
lately.
sure? Have you seen his tax returns? I haven't. I don't know.
Rachel Madcow has, and Madcow made Rachel Madcow disease.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No. Go after him, Rachel. Don't go after me. I don't accept that kind of behavior.
I did not mean that. What I meant was that Rachel may have a Schwarzkopf today. Just a little bit of one.
Is this jumping the shark for Donald Trump?
This is jumping the shark for us.
I can't even see the shark anymore. We're so far past it. Oh, some favorite things when we come back?
Heck yes.
NFTs?
Yeah, NFTs are on my list.
Not going to be on my list.
Not high on mine. Go vote in the Andy Frey YouTube poll. Do you or does someone in your home use TikTok? Yes or no? Let's get Hannah in here. Talk a little favorite things for the holiday season if you're still shopping. Of course, we'll do that when we come right back. Don't go away.
The Annie Frey Show is streaming online. Watch us live on YouTube and subscribe.
Are boomers more cringy than millennials? Is Gen Z more woke than Gen X? Is there any hope of bridging our generational divides? Odyssey's new podcast, It's Generational, brings together actual people from these 4 generations for real conversations about today's issues. I'm Lauren Barry, and I'm inviting you to join our mission to dump stereotypes in the trash and really understand each other.
I think these conversations just foretell such a better, richer emotional vocabulary for talking about these things.
Listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
LauraMichaelInsurance.com, MICHEL, LauraMichaelInsurance.com works with personal insurance needs and also with commercial insurance needs. Your business needs to be properly insured. It also doesn't need to be overly insured. And one of the benefits of working with Laura Michael, she's right there in St. Charles and has been doing this for over 25 years. She's an expert. One of the benefits of working with Laura is the personal attention she's going to give to your case. She's going to keep on it. She's going to monitor it. She's going to make sure that as your business ebbs and flows, if you gain employees, if you lose employees, how do you make sure that you stay insured exactly where you need to be? Nothing more, nothing less. She is a master at this. She has had a great amount of success, and she wants to include you as well. She does insurance for the Frey family. We are changing over to use Laura Michael Insurance pretty much as we speak. She was able to look at our current situation, and she was able to save us money, and that's what it is all about. For auto, for home, for life, for commercial insurance, Laura Michael Insurance is ready to earn your business. Get the personalized service where, knowing that not all clients and businesses are going to have the same needs, your insurance coverage is catered to you. It's on LauraMichaelInsurance.com, Laura, MICHEL, Insurance.com.
Embrace the spirit of giving to support SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. It's Mark Reardon. Join 97.1 FM Talk and donate to the Tree of Hope campaign, which helps the hospital offer programs not covered by insurance, but so necessary to a child's recovery. It's important that you know all children at Cardinal Glennon receive premium care regardless of their family's ability to pay. You can make a difference. Donate to the Tree of Hope campaign today at 971talk.com/Cardinal Glennon or text the word HOPE to 20357.
The federal government is hiring 87,000 new IRS enforcement agents. Make no mistake, with spending out of control, they're looking to collect revenue. The first target will be you. If you have not paid your taxes or filed them in years, let me help you get that target off your back. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm here in St. Louis. So if you have unfiled returns, wage levies, bank levies, or tax liens, now's the time to call the Lance Drury Law Firm before the IRS calls you. Your consultation is free, so don't put it off. The Lance Drury Law Firm focuses solely on tax resolution law. It's all we do. And if you have IRS problems, you have legal problems. Let us use our tax law resolution experience to guide you and work on your custom resolution plan. Call now. It's free and confidential. Call me, Lance Drury, at 314-260-6120 or go to LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
97.1 is happy to partner with SSM Health, Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital.
It's to help the Cardinal Glennon kids, and giving comes in various shapes and sizes.
Text 20357 to give a Christmas gift to the Tree of Hope. That's 20357.
This was all you, none of it me. You put your hands on.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. Follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
Told me you were ready for the big one, for the big jump. I'd be your last love, everlasting, you and me. That was what you told me.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. A thorough explanation of NFTs in the last segment if you missed it.
Yeah, if you don't understand it, you will walk away much smarter after having listened to that.
I was trying to take notes, and it was all over the page.
I'm going to have to go back and podcast it or listen to it on the Odyssey app and rewind because I didn't listen to it this last segment.
The problem is it's difficult. Those of us who understand it, though, we look at it like one of those serial killer boards with the wires all over the place that they connect. So if you hear that, you'll understand it better because we explained that. But also not good. It was bad.
I don't get it. And there are several things that are major topics that will they'll just peak it. They're not usually big topics, but they always rear their ugly heads for various reasons, like an FTX or whatever. And I'm like, oh no, do I have to try to understand this now? And yes, I kind of am like, no. So that's why we had Hans on at 12:25. In all sincerity, you could rewind on the Odyssey app. If you follow 97.1 FM Talk, you can listen to the whole station there, anywhere you go. Or you can listen to the Annie Frey Show podcast, because I was talking to Hans at 12:25 Central today about the legality of the Sam Bankman-Fried controversy and the connection between his political donations.
Yes. Isn't what you just said, though, a commentary on life itself? Life is not getting simpler.
I love it. I could have said anything, and you would have said yes, and then you would have made the point that you had in your head.
I had one. I was ready to go because I'm thinking this stuff is super complicated. It didn't exist 10 years ago. Life is only going to get more and more complicated for the rest of time, unless there's the great EMP.
Do you have to participate in it to get more complicated? Is that a choice? Can you opt out?
No, you can't opt out. You have to some level, participate in it.
I think a lot of people would say you can opt out.
Mm-hmm. I don't think. I mean, just compound mortgage. You know.
What?
These kind of things, life in general.
You're just saying words.
No, think about that. To buy a house, you now have to understand at least the basics of how to get a mortgage. That stuff, people
don't. You just go to Stewie and get the bank loan.
Oh, well, I guess I'm done.
What else you got there? Toss it up.
No, that's it. I just said the biggest words I know and things that I don't understand. I don't understand how often that compound mortgage is
Compound mortgages.
compounded.
And I'm like, no. What?
Spent all your money on NFTs and not words.
See?
No. Let's talk about
It's time for Annie's favorite things.
Simply remember my favorite
dramatic.
things, and then I don't feel so
all of these promos are these like intros and stuff that Ryan Wiggins puts together. It's just like, is this playing in your head just when you're walking like from here to the bathroom? Is this like the soundtrack inside your brain?
That's why I'm always skipping.
It's not what everybody else says, but
Yeah, the guy sure does skip a lot for a grown man.
I think prancing is the word they use.
Well,
They use
call
a
it what
lot
you
of
want.
words.
we had to go to Ryan Wiggins' first favorite thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
after
you're
I just
starting
said
off.
that about skipping. One of the things that I was thinking about getting for you guys for Christmas, and I approached this, yes, thank you for pulling it up.
Yeah.
It is real,
Still deliverable by Christmas.
and I am going to stand by this even though you're going to make fun of me. Christmas lighted gift boxes, set of 3. I was thinking about getting all of you this.
Everybody's going, wait, what?
Are those
These
decorations?
No, they are
What do you
gift
mean?
boxes that you can use.
What is the last word
I
right
sent
there?
the wrong link because I was looking for ones.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
No.
Ryan.
No.
This is just Christmas decorations
These
that you
are-
give to somebody on Christmas.
Yeah, these might be these things, but what I was talking
It's the
about.
link you sent us.
I did. Yes,
you
I did.
defended the link too.
You know the problem
Lighted
is
Christmas
that I looked for the
What is
cheapest
that?
version of that.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Read the description of the gift that you sent us.
Fine. Christmas lighted gift boxes, set of 3. Red, green, blue light up Christmas boxes. Pre-lit 48 LED. That's where I should have noticed. Gift present boxes.
Or the photo.
Lighted Christmas decorations for indoor, home, outdoor, yard decor.
I'm telling the crew, I'm like, hey, let's talk about some of our favorite things on the show. We were maybe going to do it yesterday, and I said, we'll definitely do it today. And he sends us Christmas decorations.
Man.
And he's like, no, I'll stand by this. I'll defend this.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so dumb. I have to hear how he's going to defend it.
And he
Yeah.
said, "Is this your favorite gift to receive or give?" And you're like, "To give." Why?
I'm really glad that we have done this now because I
Publicly
almost
on the air?
ordered this. And I would have been sorely disappointed because I would have realized that these are outdoor decorations.
This is what you wanted to give us?
Yeah, well, yes.
This is much better that we're doing this in a segment that we created to specifically highlight things to be helpful to people.
Yes.
I'm glad that you feel peace now that we had this conversation on air for your personal benefit.
Thank you.
Somehow you took an entire segment that we are trying to do to help people with their last minute shopping and made it as a service to yourself.
Well, you all have benefited from this because you would have been taking these things home and not knowing what to do with them. What I was trying to do was find, and I don't know if you've ever gotten these before, really nice reusable packages that you can use over and over and over again every Christmas. They're easy to use for wrapping.
Like bags from Walgreens?
Not just bags, like really nice bags or really nice boxes with the tops
So
on them.
You can reuse them over
So
and over.
you can
and
reuse them and over
so
and
you,
over again.
you get this present, you put it in this awesome LED box, and you give it to the person.
Yes.
And they open it, and you're like, all right, let me get that box back.
you have to get it back.
That is the most Wiggins thing ever.
I didn't say I'd get the box back. I'm saying they would make the rounds, and if you're giving them to family members.
Have you ever been the person at a gift exchange where you're like, you can keep that bag?
You know you have.
I've not been that person.
Ryan.
I might be the busy trash guy who's
Do you
just
fold the
checking
tissue paper?
for bags. No.
Save it for, do you just you keep it?
Oh, wait. Do I
Ryan-
fold the tissue paper after I've used it? No.
We're
I
talking
will
about
keep
gift
it.
wrapping paper.
I will keep that paper. I will not fold that paper.
He doesn't tear
Did
the
you
paper.
see my shirt today?
He
Look how
steams the
wrinkly
tape.
that is.
I don't understand your
The
shirt.
same applies to the wrinkles in the shirt as to the crinkles in the gift wrap.
I'm not opposed to reusing tissue paper. I'm just curious if you take other people's tissue paper for reusing on your own. And are you you're going to keep that bag guy?
I might frequent the trash to see if
You're the dumpster diver bag guy.
Oh, man. That's even worse.
Let's go to Brad's favorite thing. Let's
So-
see if he did his homework
Okay.
and prepared for class
couldn't have
today.
been better than
Let's see if
that.
he understood the assignment. One of my favorite things is the Adidas Men's Essential Warm-Up
Oh,
3
that's not what we have pulled up.
jacket. Oh, you started with the shoes.
Yep.
I started with the jacket. Well, I'm actually wearing the shoes right now. New Balance Men's 515 V3 sneakers. I like them because they come in just a wide range of colors and sizes. And if you like to, if the person you're buying for likes to match their shoes with the rest of their, I think what the kids call it, their fit. How'd I do, Hannah?
Pretty good.
If you want to match your shoes,
Just
with
refer
your
to her
fit-
as a kid. She's a kid. She's a grown woman.
She's a grown woman
with a
but
degree.
she's also was born after 2000.
I say fit.
You say fit? Yeah.
You should say
Not
it's
proudly,
what, it's what
but-
the cool people
It's
say.
what the cool people say.
Yeah,
No,
not
because
the
if it was-
kids.
I would.
Not
not-
the
I
children.
would say it if it was cool.
What is this? You keep saying fit and in a way that I've never heard.
Is it short
Now let's
for
define
outfit?
what the
Outfit.
non-cool people are.
Yeah.
Check out my fit.
I will raise my hand at the same time.
Check on my fit? Is that shoes?
Check out my fit.
I don't.
Not check on. Check
Right.
it out. Check
Nothing.
out my fit. Fit check.
What does that mean? You're
Fit-
just
fit-
saying
fit-
the
fit-
word,
You
though.
keep repeating it.
Yeah,
We're
it doesn't
still
make
not
any
in
more
the know.
sense.
Outfit. Outfit is now translated to just fit.
In case you're in a hurry and you don't have the time to
Right.
say outfit, you
Yeah.
just say fit.
Just like I always say with my kids, they're running out the door. Hey, don't forget your Sunny D. I just leave delight completely off.
Sunny D. It's the oldest man thing you've ever.
Because they're busy, you know, they're running out the door. Hey, but I want you to get your vitamins. Don't forget your Sunny D.
So you go with Sunny Delight.
No, I don't say delight at all. That's my point.
That's how you get vitamins into your children's diet.
Don't forget your donut and your Sunny D.
Got to get your sugar intake covered this morning.
I don't even.
You got to get your fruit snacks and your
You know
donut
what?
and your Sunny D.
Seriously though, you know what Sunny D is, right?
F snacks, actually.
Yes,
is what I call it.
Okay.
I've
That was a
had
a
it before.
staple of growing up in the
yeah.
90s, probably.
Yeah.
Sunny
That-
D.
Bagel
what was
bites.
the other? The astronaut orange juice? What they call it? Tang or whatever?
Let's talk about all the processed foods that we grew up on.
Powdered
you
orange
just,
juice.
You just ate processed things that were in boxes that
Yeah.
were super convenient, and there. I mean, it cannot be understated how much Brad, Ryan, and I grew up in a completely nutritionally void time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't even know what protein was. When I
Do you
walked
now?
In, yeah. When I walked into a noodles
But, I mean, are
company
you- are
one
you-
time,
are you
they're like,
talking-
what's your protein? I'm like, what the heck? You talking about meat?
But seriously,
He's like Sunny D.
we had the food pyramid, which was wrong.
Darn right it was.
By the way, the food
Maslow's
pyramid.
hierarchy of crap.
It's like, make sure you get all your servings of carbs in. I mean, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
This is really legitimately how we were raised. But the idea of food needing to be fresh and real was seriously non-existent growing up in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah. It was like, oh, you're going to eat a asparagus? Make sure you wash that down with some potatoes.
Oh, it's crazy to think about that. And we didn't, there was no pressure on parents really to, I mean,
No, not
there was no
really.
mentality. Nobody was abdicating their responsibilities. There was Pop-Tarts. Yes.
Pop-Tarts and
Exactly.
Sunny
Healthy,
D.
enriching breakfast. Pop-Tarts and Sunny D.
Darn right.
And it was Sunny Delight. I think the bottle says Sunny D now.
That's because of
Yeah.
me.
I've never heard of it be referred to as Sunny Delight. Only ever Sunny D.
They definitely rebranded.
It was absolutely Sunny Delight.
Mm-hmm.
It is Sunny Delight. I guess now. I wonder if it says Sunny Delight on the bottle anywhere.
I don't know.
Somebody open your fridge, look in, see if you have Sunny D, and let us know in the live chat. Is it Sunny Delight on the bottle or Sunny D?
You still like Sunny D?
Yeah.
Prefer it over fresh orange juice?
Yeah. I think so.
Well, you say fresh, like fresh squeezed orange juice?
Like real orange juice.
All day orange juice.
I was just
All
saying, I
day.
love orange juice. Pulp?
Sunny D.
Pulp or no pulp? Pulp.
No,
No
pulp.
pulp.
The fact that you like pulp is fiction. Joke.
What?
Don't
I
encourage him.
mean, no, I didn't really work at it.
I never said that I did.
Oh, do you?
I love it.
What is happening?
Lots of it.
Brad, your other
Yeah.
favorite thing
my-
is now up.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, the men's essentials warm up 3-stripe track jacket. I wear one of these every day.
He has multiple of them that he swaps out.
Is that the one I got you?
No,
A different red one?
A different red one.
With white stripes, maybe?
Yeah, that one had white stripes, and it was Nike. But
Doom, 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 doom.
yeah, white stripes.
Not the Oak Ridge Boys, though.
Yeah. I like these because A, they're very comfortable. It's easy to throw on. They come in a lot of different colors, bright colors. You can use them to match your fit.
Yeah, you
again.
just throw it on. You just run out the door, grab your donut, your Sunny D, whatever.
Yep.
Can you stand on your head so everybody can see your shoes?
No.
Okay.
But And they're good with, if like you want to wear jeans or if you want to wear just some sweatpants or whatever, they kind of match that. And they're warm. They're not like overly warm, so you can wear them inside. You don't have to take your jacket off. But if you want to go, you're not going to be cold when you're outside. So that's why it's one of my favorite things.
Not too expensive either.
Neither one of the things I put up today were too expensive.
Hannah?
I will pull up my favorite thing. Here.
No, you do it. You do it. You
Okay.
do it.
My favorite thing is the key. It's pronounced key. But
What I was gonna do is right over here, like, do you know that this is pronounced key and not quay?
Yes. Yes, I do. It is
I've been
the
pronouncing
key.
it Kiev. News jokes. News jokes.
No, it's not a news joke. Okay, let me pull this up on the live stream really quick. Okay, there it is. The Key Australia Women's High Key Mini sunglasses. They're aviators. I wear them every day. Annie has a pair
I have
of...
a lot more than one pair.
Oh, you do? Oh, you have the ones that are like blue light glasses,
I have
right?
blue light glasses from Key. I have lots of I probably have 9 pairs.
They are...
It's spelled Quay. It's an Australian brand.
It's pronounced quinoa.
Quinoa?
These
continue.
glasses are great because they're not super expensive. They're not, over $100 or anything, but they're good quality glasses, and I like them a lot. Wear them every day.
If you go to, we've got the Amazon link up on the live stream, but if you go to their website, like I said, it's QUA. They have a whole bunch of different kinds of glasses there. If you go to their website, they always have good deals too, which is why I have so many of them.
Yeah, they're...
My husband wears them too.
Yeah,
they have
they're on
great
sale.
glasses for men.
Yep. Those are my favorite things. Or one of my favorite
We gotta
things.
hear yours.
One of my favorite things is tickets to see local acts that are coming here. Tyrus said he's coming back. We're gonna get some details on that.
Yes.
But experiences as in general is something that is exciting. I'm really excited because Friday, Joe DeVito is going to be in studio with us, a hilarious comedian. He's on Gutfeld all the time. If you go to his website, joedevito.com, it says on the top here, this made me laugh out loud, Joe DeVito, famous comedian. But these types of tickets to local events, even like some of these smaller things, I think that local comedy is really fun to take in. And he's going to be doing shows here in St. Louis like this weekend, right?
Yes.
So-
Yeah, he'll be at the Funny Bone.
So just in general, check out the Funny Bone schedule. We had Jamie Lissau on the show when he was coming here. Brad, you went to see him. I went to see him. So funny. Like my husband and I went out, and that was like our last date in September. We went out around our anniversary and had a nice little meal there in the streets of St. Charles, went to the Funny Bone and had the best time. But Joe DeVito is going to be in town, and he's very funny, and he is a famous comedian, and he is on the Gutfeld show. But we're going to have Joe DeVito on the show Friday here at 12:25 tomorrow. So you're going to want to make sure that you're going to check that out and be with us because he's going to be in studio, right?
Yes.
You had to think for a second that tomorrow was Friday, didn't you?
It's 4th Thursday today.
This is the longest week in history.
I agree.
I don't know why, but it definitely is.
10 days to Christmas. You prepared?
We're on track. We're not there yet, but we're on track.
How does that
I feel good about it.
Whenever people talk about the countdown to Christmas, as a child, it's like 10 whole days. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. As a parent, you're just like,
Yep.
give me the oxygen mask. Got to get through. But yeah, we've got a weekend ahead of us where we're going to be able to get a lot done in my household. I do not feel great right now, and I am hoping that my weekend doesn't turn into working sun up to way past sundown and I don't get rest and then I end up being sick for Christmas. But we will soldier through. We will make it. We always do. Hopefully you are planning and prepping and getting things done. As we shared a couple of these favorite things right now for you, we hope that helps guide you for your Christmas shopping, your last minute shopping, if you're looking for gifts for people that maybe resemble some of us on the show, some things that we like. I think those comedy tickets, always a great opportunity. And cool other gifts suggested by at least the majority of us.
Also, things that you should not get. That was what I did.
For yourself.
For you guys.
Once again, we have been invited to Ryan Wiggins' therapy session. I'm glad we can work this out. That'll be $100. Stick around. We'll wrap it up with the Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll when we come back. Do you or does someone in your home use TikTok? Yes or no? Annie Frey YouTube channel. We're broadcasting live there as we do each day in the live chat. You can go vote on that poll. Leave a comment. Hannah will have the results when we come back.
This is The Annie Frey Show. Interact with Annie on Facebook. The Annie Frey Show.
I was too strong.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1979. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1979. That's 800-777-1979. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979.
Stewart's American Mortgage. Give him a call. Give him a text, 314-324-4440. That's 314-324-4440. He can help you with your mortgage situation. Rates just went back up again. They raised the rates, and I'm talking about what the Fed did. That's not necessarily directly correlated. It's kind of a downstream thing when it comes to your mortgage rates, but that does instantly affect those credit card rates. Those rates are going up. If your debt has piled up, so many people have credit card debt that has expanded here, and it's going to get hard to get ahead of that. What about the equity in your home? Stewie can take the equity in your home and help you connect with what you need to pay down that debt. You can get that lower interest rate through the mortgage that you couldn't get on your credit card, get that paid down. And then when rates go down even more, you are going to be able to refinance again using the bagel loan with Stewie. You don't have to pay any of those fees that every other lender out there is going to charge you for. 314-324-4440. 314-324-4440. Google the bagel loan, NMLS number 226715.
Hi, George Weber. Check out my alter ego, Skip Weber, every Saturday night, 9 to 11. The Saturday Evening Rock Show, the greatest rock and roll show on a talk station in the world. Don't miss it.
You're listening to the Annie Frey Show live from the Air Comfort Service Heating and Cooling and Insulation Studio. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
97.1 is happy to partner with SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Your contribution supports St. Louis area families.
Matt Holliday is with me, the new bench coach for the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's talk a little bit about SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital and how did this all start?
All of our kids had spent some sort of time in the NICU, early on, had some sort of health issues that were very stressful and very, as young parents, make you really nervous and are very difficult. So we decided this is where we really wanted to put our time and our finances and our energy behind kids that are sick and injured and families that are dealing with the hardship of having to deal with that and the other siblings. And so that's kind of how it all started.
Text 20357 to give a Christmas gift to the Tree of Hope. That's 20357. Or go to 971talk.com/Cardinal Glennon.
St. Louis's home for conservative talk.
The Mark Reardon Show.
There's been virtually zero coverage on mainstream media of the Twitter files. Why is that? Curtis Houck with Newsbusters joins us Thursday afternoon.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 97.1 FM Talk.
Country past the city limit sign where there's a honky-tonk near the county line. The joint starts jumping every night when the sun goes down. They got whiskey.
This is the Annie Frey Show.
Smoke. It's where all the cowboys
follow Annie on Twitter at Annie Frey Show.
I got a good job. I work hard for my money when it's quitting time.
Almost quitting time here on the Annie Frey Show. The Mark Reardon Show is going to pick up right where we leave off. Today's YouTube live chat poll. Hannah, talk to us about the poll and tell us what people are saying.
The YouTube live chat poll today is asking, do you or someone in your home use TikTok? Yes or no? I'll get to some listeners' comments before I give the final results. Bill from YouTube said, nobody I know uses TikTok. That's interesting. Libby says, my teenagers are on TikTok and always want me to make videos with them. Nope. Rise of Darkness from Twitch says TikTok is not allowed in our house. Steve from YouTube says, unfortunately, my stepdaughter does use TikTok. I don't have the app, but it's all over Facebook. It's really hard to ignore.
But TikTok on Facebook is not the same as using the app and having the app because, for instance, on this show, we put up some of our, I don't know how many of our shorts videos get put up on our Facebook page. Maybe we should do that more. I don't know. But we put a lot of those shorts videos on YouTube. They're hilarious. If you follow the YouTube channel and you enjoy the show, you'll really enjoy the shorts that Anna makes for us. But the idea of those shorts videos or a TikTok video that's got the little TikTok image in it, it's been created on TikTok, it's been pulled off TikTok, and it's been uploaded to these other platforms. That's not the same thing as using TikTok.
No, you can see a TikTok video on Twitter. I mean, libs of TikTok, that's what they do. They just pull those videos and you can see them on Twitter.
The concern that the United States Senate just passed that bill to make sure there's no TikTok on any government phones, but the concern that people have around TikTok has as much, if not more, to do about the usage of the physical app. There are other concerns, but the physical app, if it's on a phone, gives TikTok, which is owned by China and operated by China, the ability to trace your life in so many super creepy ways.
Doesn't it feel like by the time we actually have gone through this for 6 years to get a bill to go through Congress, China's already moved on? They've figured out that we've figured it out.
Here's the thing that kind of worries me about TikTok too is how they, what is it called, your For You page?
Mm-hmm.
How they curate your For You page. And
Explain that.
So go ahead, Hannah.
So I haven't answered the poll yet. It's asking, do you or someone in your home use TikTok, yes or no? I do use TikTok, but I've been questioning my usage more and more, and our conversation today honestly is leaving me pretty impacted. For a For You page is your feed, and what it does is it curates videos that are for you. So it looks at things that you like, and I believe it goes along with your other apps, and it sees what you like advertisements. If you like, if you're talking about shoes and you look up shoes, well, then you're going to get advertisements for shoes. Well, then your For You page is going to have videos that are about those shoes. And the thing about TikTok that is scaring me, not like my consumption of it, I think it takes up a lot of my time. I don't like that. I don't like having a lot of screen time. But hearing the stuff about China is terrifying, and I do believe it's real. I talk about certain things, and I don't want to sound like crazy conspiracy theorist right now, but I will talk about the most random,
here comes the conspiracy theories,
random private things, and they come up on my TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's literally following your keystrokes.
Her mind is being blown in real time.
I try to deny it, but it's getting to the point where I can't deny it anymore. That is happening.
Isn't there a lot of willful participation that if you're going to, and I absolutely do this, if you're going to participate in the digital world, like you were saying before, there's so much of this that you just have to give into.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, can you opt out of it? I think you can opt out of it. But it is going to be a lifestyle that would be worthy of a reality TV show because it's going to look so unusual to the way the average person lives their life. And, I very strongly feel like TikTok is a danger to American society.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is bad. But I think that if you are like me and you have not participated in TikTok ever on any of your devices, especially not willfully, that it is foolish and naive to think that I don't do TikTok, so I'm safe. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
Agreed. Because even if people who use TikTok, but even those of us who don't, to some extent, we've all done something online or downloaded something that you go, you know what?
That
this
you're
probably
ashamed of?
isn't. No, that's not where I'm
Ryan.
that you go, you know what? This is probably not the most safe thing to download, but who am I? Do they really care about me? Are they really tracking me or whatever? So I'm sure everybody who's downloaded TikTok has thought Yeah, I've heard those things, but who am I? I don't matter to them.
Yeah, my concern is still not necessarily like the data mining and all that other stuff is a concern, but like Annie said, everything does it. My concern is like on that For You page, like Hannah said, that they push things towards you and it's like, oh, this is what you like. But there's also that we're going to push this in there as well, and we're going to push this in there as well. That
They're going to take things away from your feed.
And they're going to take stuff off of your feed so they can manipulate what it is you see, and in manipulating what you see, manipulate how you act and behave. And that's really concerning to me because I've heard rumors that the TikTok in China pushes things like work ethic and stuff like that.
Things.
It looks entirely different than what Americans consume.
I don't know that I've ever seen a good thing on my For You page.
And then
it's usually negative.
You know, so it's almost like a digital attack on the American youth. And I don't like that.
I don't think it's almost.
Oh, yeah. You're
I
right.
think it is. And I also don't think that we can say that it's on just youth.
That's true.
It certainly gets them wrapped up in it. I put this, I asked Tyrus this question, Ryan. There's a lawsuit, I think it's in Canada, against Fortnite, saying Fortnite is addictive. My kids play Fortnite too much. Where are you, parents?
Yeah, come on. Where's the
your
line?
children don't have access to Fortnite without your permission.
And TikTok's the same.
Yes,
However,
that's the point.
A lot of adults use TikTok. A lot of adults use Fortnite.
A lot of adults could be addicted to TikTok and Fortnite.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that there's just a lack of discipline in general in American life. I mean, we just don't value it. We don't talk about it as being a good thing. We don't talk about self-control at all.
And I don't know all the backgrounds and the ins and outs of Fortnite and who, I don't know who is in charge of Epic Games and all that. But the idea of it being addicting, you might hear me say, well, parents should monitor how their kids are playing Fortnite. That's where the responsibility is. You say the same thing about TikTok. No, China owns TikTok and they're using it against us.
Yeah,
there is a nefarious reality. And, when it comes to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, any of these other platforms, as a parent, you have an obligation to monitor that. I have opted for you get nothing and you'll like it. Parenting strategy right now, because I don't really have an answer outside of that. But when that platform is using it against as a national attack, that's different than policing the access.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Once again, the YouTube poll is asking, do you or does anyone in your home use TikTok? Yes or no? With over 170 votes, 68% of the people said no, they don't know, or they don't use, or anyone in their home doesn't use TikTok. 32% of the people said yes, they do. We had really great comments. I wish we had time to read more.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep asking these questions and we'll keep highlighting it. It's not in my house. I would really be interested. I'm going to check my husband's phone tonight because it could easily be on there and he has no idea.
China is using woke progressive culture to destroy America. Think about that.
Yeah. It's not even the woke progressive culture that's destroying America by itself. It's got a support system in China, one man once said. Mark Reardon, up next.
This season, give the gift of Cardinals ticket packs. 5, 6, and 10 game packs are on sale now and feature 2023's highest demand games and promotional giveaways. Choose from the opening day pack, the t-shirt pack, bobblehead pack,